Hey everybody, welcome back to Cloak and Stagger. We are continuing our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. Make sure I'm not all crooked. One of the dogs ran into the camera a minute ago, so we're good now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Moose, your DM, and we are joined as always by our heroic crew, W.A.S.S.
Hello.
We got Wilzu, Aramil, Sacinda, and Sandy. I did it right this time.
That's the correct order.
I did it in the right order.
You did there.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep putting content out and posting it there. If you're joining us live, thank you for being here. Anybody got anything they want to say before we start? Me? Oh. 10 days.
Ooh.
10 days. Hell yeah. You excited? I can tell. Look at that shit-eating grin.
Wait, 10 days till what?
10 days till Sunday, the 19th.
That's right. Sunday's a great day. That's what we're excited about.
Because football's back. And also right now, and I'm choosing to be here because I love my D&D and I love my D&D people instead of watching my Cowboys get the ass kicked by the Bucs.
You just got a new sub.
Did we?
Hey, Drew Brees was commentating in the pregame.
Oh, God.
He was making complete sentences.
Kira Hout, thank you for the sub.
There you
No
go.
problem.
Shout out to Tony Romo
Host, thank you for the follow.
Shout out to Tony Nostradamus Romo
Right.
It's too close,
for
though,
giving
Jake.
that
I think it needs
job.
to be here, and then I need to
It
turn
needs to be just
When
pointed
you're
at
up on
you.
the mic for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
This is
Chocolate rain.
Okay? Is this all right? Is this acceptable? Do I need to push it out more?
Yeah, you're good. Okay. So with that, let's get back into it. Who wants to do the recap from last week?
Me!
Wilzu, what happened last week?
Okay. So, we had dealt with some berserkers in a cave with some weird magics going on, keeping them all living when they wouldn't die, regardless of the methods we used. We had sold some goods to some nomads, and they brought a dragon head, and we bought some stuff from them, and bear pelts, and that was okay. But our journey started last time when we were determining how to get to East Haven. We were in the middle of a tundra, after all, there were no roads, so we relied on someone who maybe could survive out in the tundra. I thought Sandy, but we had another one with us who could. Heron, lizard folk we met in that cave with the berserkers.
Lady.
He failed. We got lost. Didn't figure that out till later. However, after a little bit of intervention from the rest of our group, we found a path leading back to the roads and traveled towards East Haven. But on the way, a couple things happened. First, I sensed that a storm was coming. How did I tell? The temperature dropped immediately. And through adventuring personal experience, I knew what that meant. I told everyone to start digging, and we did. Idiotic idea. We had no time for that. The storm started slapping us in the face as I sat there channeling the hut, and then we all started freezing to death. I think that was the first time you got a little too cold.
Yeah, got chilly.
And actually, somehow I was okay while trying to focus in the beginning. In the end, it was different. But regardless, I made the hut. We got caved in a bit. We dug our way out and continued onward. We debated on going around or through East Haven again for the 100th time and still couldn't come to a conclusion until we got closer. But I'm not sure if it was before or after that. We ran into something. The ground started shaking a bit. Something large was around. Didn't know what it was, but eventually it kind of just walked up to us. It was a giant. A big giant. A frost giant. With a big mammoth. A huge mammoth. I happen to be fluent in giant, so I tried to parlay, have words. Because, I'm a big guy. I feel like I could stand up to him and whatnot, so I just walked up and did it. He was not having it. I tried to tell him there was better prey out there, and he insisted. He essentially just kind of laughed a bit, like he was coming in to talk a bit more and coming closer, but I knew what that meant. He was coming to fucking kill us. So I shouted combat positions, ran back and shot at him, and then we fought. And we took him down. Heron went in and held his own against him. Sandy was taking him down, slicing the mammoth, and we obliterated them. Not one of us touched the ground that fight, yeah?
Yeah.
It was great. Well, it was one of our best
fights.
It
was close. It was close.
Although I couldn't tell, but it looks like he swung really hard. I was kind of in a crack and some rocks. I was just like, I wasn't really a part of it, really. But it looked quite ferocious from where you were, I imagine.
Is that some frontline
I think
shade?
that was some shade getting thrown, dude.
We took down the mammoth, we butchered it, we got some meat out of it. I believe, Stan, you took some tusks, which were the huge tusks you just have on your back and whatnot. Eventually we make it to East Haven when our friend Airmo gets the idea to go and scout it out as a,
Impersonator.
Airmo, maybe you should describe what exactly you were again?
Someone else.
He was a very flamboyant someone else. So I forget
He
your
went
name.
on a stroll.
His name was something...
The details don't matter.
I guess it was very strange, but I can't remember what it
I
was.
shouldn't really broadcast that. He maybe wanted else. I mean, who knows?
Well, he found out some critical details. Apparently, all the speakers were meeting up in Bryn Shander for a little powwow, and W.A.S.S was clearly invited, but we didn't know it until after Aramil found out some information. He comes back and tells us. We think, oh, okay, well, we can go right through East Haven. We were really worried about that double cauldron thing, we sold it to another group, even though it's not our fault. And they owed us money. It's a long story. If you want to hear about it, go check out some previous mine spheres that show you all of this information somewhere.
On the YouTubes.
So we travel to Bryn Shander. The council is inside, all the speakers, all in a circle, and they're super stoked for W.A.S because they have a mission for us. And for the first time, I falter a little bit in this huge group of just important people. I mean, I knew it was going to be neat starting an adventuring group and getting fame and well known, but to be right in front of it like that was a bit much. But I'd say it's my good allies with me to help back me up there. Then I went and told them straight up, hey, well, we'd like to help. We'll do what we can, but that's some crazy shit. You're asking us to go... They asked us to go take care of the Duergar, basically. And they found out they're in the spine of the world, pulled out my map, showed them, oh, look at these X's. There's one down there, too. That's probably where. They told us we could approach from the east or the west, I believe. And we didn't really choose one, did we? Or did we say west?
We chose the one that was, if it's on the map, I can tell you which one. It was the one that followed the path more.
I think down south.
Yeah.
The one that was more convenient and less scary.
Yeah.
I believe that's what we chose.
Yeah.
But they, apparently they wanted to send a small, elite, awesome task force to do this, which is us. So I agreed. But I made sure to ask all of my team first. Because this is not a dictatorship. We all have to be on the same page and throw our lives down the line to save people and do what's right and make a little money on the side.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I got hyped for it.
We are the A team.
I remember you mentioning something about that last time. You had me say some speech I didn't understand.
Yeah, but it was motivating and awesome.
I believe that's where we ended. We were doing a little bit of shopping, and we were going to make our way to the south, to the spine of the world, to not die and do what we can do. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That was everything.
Very good. That covered everything. You get inspiration for tonight. Thank you, sir.
I will absolutely use it. First roll I get.
So let's just start back up. You guys have all kind of done your shopping and gathered up.
Those of us who had money.
Those of you who had money. And you have now made your way into Black Iron Blades. And when you walk in, Garn looks at you all and greets you again. Ah! Hi, I see you're back in town. What brings you back to Bryn Shander?
More killing.
Ah!
Check on the status of something.
He says, yes, it is done, yes. One moment. And you see him turn around to, he has kind of a table behind him. And just being in this room itself, with the forge kind of heated up and everything, it's a welcome change from just the blistering cold outside. So when he turns around, he comes back and faces you across the table, and he has a kind of something wrapped up in a cloth, and he unfurls it, pulls it out, and it is this very intricately made kind of hand crossbow almost, but it's been modified. It has a leather wrist strap, arm strap around it, and you can see there are basically 3 little channels on the top of it that it looks like arrows can sit in. And each one is tied to like a little pulley system almost. And you see him pull back on a mechanism that's on the bottom side, and the 3 little channels tighten up. And when he puts pressure on it, you see the first one kind of snap shut, and the second one kind of snap shut, and the third one he says, I've put many hours of blood, sweat, and tears into this. You asked for this, and I've heard about the good deeds you've done around the Dale, so I did my best. And he reaches over and hands it to you. And looking at it, it looks extremely well made, very durable, very well crafted. He says, it'll need these special, smaller arrows.
Yes.
And he hands you a pack of 30 of those. And if you can just add them to your inventory as regular arrows, but just you can put a note on them that they're the special ones. And I have added it to your inventory.
What do I owe you for this?
Between parts and the time to make it, and I'd say 75 gold is a fair price.
Well, here's 85.
Oh!
85, what the?
And can I place an order for as many arrows as possible?
Absolutely. Right away. And you see him kind of, his eyes just light up, and he goes around to a lockbox he's got, and he puts the gold in there. And he says, anything for the rest of you? The black iron blades is at your service.
Do you have anything like not so, like anything like, oh, this is one of a kind. Look at it, it's so cool.
Unfortunately, we don't deal too much in one of a kind items here. The only one I had, I just made.
Oh, you don't have
Yes.
like I need some money in a pinch. Here's this rare thing.
I haven't had anything like that come through, no.
No.
Any black iron wands?
Perhaps.
Nah, I'm just joshing. I'll use one.
What about a black iron bag that holds a lot of stuff? But a small bag, but holds a lot. For
I've
like
got some burlap sacks.
No, it's okay.
They've got the black iron blade logo on them.
It's okay.
He reaches down and he holds one up.
Oh, it's very nice. Yes, I like it, but
You know, we could just pay somebody to carry our stuff. If you want, that could be our bag.
no.
You mean me?
Yeah, kind of like that, actually.
I'm gonna take my axe off and be like, could you give this a good look over and maybe sharpen it up and spruce it up and everything?
He says, oh, wow. Talk about one-of-a-kind items.
Yeah,
He takes it from you and holds it, kind of holds it up like this and looks down the hilt of it. And he says, one minute. And walks over to his kind of grinding stone. You see him start to grind the axe. Sparks are kind of flying across the room. He comes back to you with it, hands it, says, it's on the house. It's the shaft feels good.
Yeah, it does.
Everything looks to be in order on it. It's nice and sharp now for you, though.
Thank you. And I'll kind of like swing it around.
There.
I'll step back.
Remind me to challenge him when he's got that in his hands.
No one should ever. We defeated a frost giant. I chopped him right between the eyes.
Really?
He did.
A frost giant.
I mean,
And his mammoth.
And his mammoth.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who am I to say that didn't happen?
oh, did you already sell the tusks?
I think I did.
Oh, never mind. Oh, we had tusks. Don't worry about it.
They're at his other place. The other guy.
All right. Anything else I can help you with?
How long does it take you to craft these bolts?
I
Arrows.
suppose I could get another bundle of them in, say, a few days.
Actually, maybe a little information. I haven't really looked around in Bryn Shander for this before, but do you actually know anyone who specializes in unknown magics? Maybe weird rocks with potential misused power?
Are you talking about Chardolin?
Maybe.
Why do you ask?
Because I feel like if I understood more about Chardolin, it could aid us in what our next mission is, involving Duergar.
We haven't seen too much of the Chardolin come around. From what I understand, it's nasty stuff. I've seen a couple pieces. Folks brought it in. Looks like it could be used to make a weapon, but people say it gives them the heebie-jeebies.
Sandy, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much willpower do you possess?
Like, what do you mean? Like, I get to decide what I want to do?
If something was berating your mind, do you feel like you could grit your teeth and toughen through it? Or do you feel like you may succumb to whatever it may be?
I'd like to say yes, but I feel like I've tried to kill y'all once before by something taking over my mind.
Yes.
Not a lot of confidence in
And
that.
you
Never
almost
mind.
did.
True story. We were there.
I guess, well, yeah, no, never mind then. In that case, are you interested? If I happen to find some Chardolin, would you want some?
To be honest, with what I've heard going on around the town, I don't know if I want any of it anywhere near me.
Okay, well, good thing I haven't found any yet, so I guess... never mind then.
I suppose if I come across any, I'll let you know next time you're in.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could do that. That'd be cool. Thank you.
Right? Anything else? You're just looking at it.
Looking at it.
No.
All right. Well, yeah. If you feel free to have a look around. If you need anything, let me know. And he kind of turns his back and goes back, and you hear him kind of chuckle a little bit. He opens his lockbox. He's looking at all the gold you just gave him.
All right, well, you have a good one, buddy. I guess we're ready to go.
Yes, we will.
That looks dangerous and sneaky.
Yes.
You can keep it. I'm not taking it away. I leave. I go outside. I'm going to wait for... I want to motion to Sandy.
As you all start to walk outside, Aramil, you notice at this point you feel a little bogged down.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
It's heavy. It's
So
too heavy.
I need to refresh my... Hold on. Let me refresh my page.
But after, a minute goes by, you are all standing outside in the road.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Sorry for being rather vague. I just didn't want to make our friend in there a little nervous. I think I finally know what this Chardolin may be used for. I don't think it's for honing magics of any type. I think it's kind of like an augmenter. After seeing those berserkers swing around those flails that were made with Chardolin, and learning that there's dark energy inside this Chardolin, and after what I just discussed with that shopkeep, it seems these were made to be imbued in something, to make it more powerful. But the downside is, it might mess your mind up. I thought maybe imbuing your axe with it would help us, but at the same time, if you can't control it, that could lead you down a bad path.
It may make it stronger, but if I lost control, then I'd probably kill all of you.
Nonsense! Lucinda would take you down.
I think I'd kill all of you.
I think that he would probably kill me.
Really? You think you're not
I
helping
would
society?
probably crush each and every one of you.
Perhaps, though, maybe I can, if I guess maybe it's one-on-one, I have a nice spell that would maybe do some good damage to him.
Airmill! What about some Chardolin-tipped arrows?
Yes, what? No.
You see him, he's lost in thought, like looking at his wrist, and then also kind of rummaging through his backpack.
Let me see.
There's something you need.
If I maximum damage, I could do 50 points of damage to him one go.
Oh, you see, that would do it.
That would do it.
That would do it.
And then I could just cure myself and.
As soon as I'm able to, I'll learn something that'll keep things in place as well. So if that did
I can
happen,
make a duplicate of myself, and then Sandy be like, "Haha, Sandy, I'm over here," and I'd be like, "Haha, Sandy, no, just kidding, I'm over here. Haha, Sandy."
I feel like that wouldn't help once you struck down one of you and just came for the other.
Right, but he would be distracted, and I'd get another hit on him,
Yeah, that's not wrong.
and then I could create
Either
another
way,
duplicate.
if you're not comfortable with the idea, don't worry about it.
I think if we get down the line and we have something that could contain me or alter my mind back after the fact if I went for it.
I will.
Because
Actually,
I'm all for getting stronger.
I can look into some type of magic to hold you in place, but I think Sucinda would have to look into some sort of restoration. You know about that, right?
Yeah, I could look into it.
Yeah, we'll look into it. Tag team.
Yeah.
I try and do my best Sin voice. Oh yes, Sandy, Sandy, yes. And I have my back. Sandy, look at these lovely torches. Wouldn't you love to carry these?
That feels so funny.
Doesn't this? I like try and avoid your gaze. Yes, yes, yes.
You need me to hold some torches?
Yes, how about 3 torches? 3.
I love your accent.
Where did the count come from?
Yes.
I'll add the 3 to the 23 other torches I have.
Oh my god! We're doing variant encumbrance next time. Y'all are out of control. This is out of control.
How many spears do you have?
Do you think he would be poisoned if that were a problem? Would it be like, oh, he's poisoned?
How many javelins do you have?
He looks like
Poison for what?
he looks like
Chardolin.
the Katamari
It would
ball,
be
dude. He's
another-
just rolled over everything. He's
my
just
drug
absorbed
mistake.
it.
Oh, yeah, I can't cure that.
Alright.
No.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
like
sure you can. With
I don't have
restoration
spears,
magics.
I just have
Yeah, but I only have lesser restoration.
you're like the walking
It
Game
does
of
not
Thrones
cure
chair.
it.
Well, eventually, maybe you'll get a more powerful version.
Maybe. But,
I mean, we gotta have.
Wilson,
Alright, so you have like a Game of Thrones
I do
chair,
think
and then
he
you have
would
a
kill us all.
refrigerator.
I'm just acting tough. He would definitely kill us all.
taped up at
like
back.
duct taped.
Maybe I can take him down.
I know, Obi. We would make room for you too.
Aramil,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
if you ever wanted to try to make some more uniquely tipped arrows, you could try to take advantage of the Chardolin too. I do have shards. They're already kind of
You
almost
put them
there.
on the arrows.
Yeah.
Chardolin arrows.
Exactly. Shoot into something, it'll get all. It'll hurt
Do
him
you even
probably
know
extra hard.
what'll happen?
Well, I'm pretty
Is
sure.
it just gonna like slice them more?
Well, no. Let me ask you this: who got hit by one of those flails from those crazy berserking guys?
Maybe.
I think.
Kind of
One of us
like.
had to. No one got. No, there's no way no one got hit. You got hit, right?
I blacked out after that javelin went through me.
That javelin was.
Kind of fuzzed my memory.
Was that javelin Chardolin tipped?
No.
No, it's just a javelin.
Well,
Remember? Right here.
Okay.
While this is going on, I'm just gonna like sit down for a minute and
All right.
adjust my socks, aka
All right.
go get
Do
socks. My
you have some paste?
Paste.
Hey,
Yeah, to
I
put
was
the
thinking that.
Chardolin on the arrow.
That's not how it works.
How would it work?
I actually don't know.
Okay then. Well, I'm not upset.
Well, look, we're about to tie down for the evening, right? We're about to rest. In that case,
Yeah, we got the VIP room.
I need a brave volunteer.
What do you want?
What are you trying to do?
I need someone strong-willed and brave.
I gotta go work on this thing. I gotta make sure I know how this works before we are in combat.
What are you trying to do, Wilsu?
I'm trying to experiment and do better for us.
Are you really wanting to infuse that into something?
No, I'm not infusing anything. I'm just
So I'm brave. What do you want?
perfect.
The last time you experimented, we died.
That was an experiment. That was
I did
grief.
tell him not to.
That was not great.
That was pure grief. Susanna just died.
Yeah, and
I
how
did
did we
die.
die? You had the device, like, woo, 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 and then
I was under duress, Aramil. Someone
us
just
three.
died.
us three.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you killed us.
Three. Yeah, you killed us. And yourself.
However, and we're alive again, right?
That's
And
true.
we are blessed by
However,
his light and savior,
That's-
Latanda.
that's not an excuse for deadly
It's
experimentation.
all about the journey, Aramil. We got where we
What
are
do you want me
because
to
of
do?
everything.
Vilzu, what do you want me to do? Vilzu!
Yeah, but that doesn't
Pull
make
your sleeve up for
you're
me
just
and hold your arm out.
you're throwing life phrases at us when we're saying let's be cautious.
Well, looking at Aramil and listening, I'm digging in my little pouch and I pull out
all right.
a
Well, I'm
shard
gonna
of
go
Chardolin.
find a hay bell.
And I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna stab Sucinda with it.
I literally like. I thought that was going to be something like, oh haha, it's a tattoo, not I'm stabbing you.
Is this Civil War now? Do we have to choose sides?
Is that auto hit?
Yeah, it auto hits.
What happens?
Sucinda,
Does Cinda lose an
I'm gonna
arm?
watch her face.
you take 3 points of damage as Wilzu stabs this piece of Chardolin into you. And when it does, you just feel kind of sick to your stomach almost.
I'll pull it back and I'll hold it out. Sucinda, how do you feel?
Betrayed. I feel sick to my stomach with betrayal.
You feel sick? Why do you feel sick? Were you sick before?
No, I don't know. It could be because the Chardolin. It could be because you betrayed me. You just said, I need somebody brave. Need somebody brave.
Now, if you could
Not,
fill out
I will
this
stab
survey
you.
about how you feel.
Is this shard smaller than an arrowhead that I would have stabbed her with? How big would it
A
have
little
been?
bit. It's not big.
This is like bio-warfare.
Is it?
Yeah, you feel sick now. Are you sure it's because of me, or is it because of this? Does it hurt
Can
most
I
here?
tell?
Maybe it hurts
I
in
can't
here,
tell.
You wanna try again?
Whoever
Make it
you
sure.
are. Hey, Wills.
Now that I know it's coming, does my stomach feel all right now?
Yeah.
Like decent?
Yeah.
Fine. I know it's coming. We'll see how I feel now.
Stab her again.
It's 4 points of damage. As you catch like a nerve. And when this sinks in again and he pulls it out, it just hurts really bad. You don't really feel.
Is anybody around?
I don't
us?
feel sick at all. I think that I felt sick with betrayal.
Is anyone watching? Are there guards? We're fine here.
You're just standing out in front of the North Look, or out in front of Black Iron Blaze right
If
now.
anybody approaches us, I'll just be like, just move on. Just get out of here.
Move along.
Move along.
I'll put the shard-
Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna wipe the shard off, put it away, and just put my hand over her and just press hesitation to clean the blood off. But not like I can't still.
There's just 2 wounds there.
So
I just look at it and I'm like, you'll heal overnight. You're fine.
did you want those to explode? What were you wanting?
I thought maybe some necrotic energy or something would have happened. But
So you want to try and really hurt Sen?
exactly. I was trying to see how far it would go, but
Maybe you should start using those as your catapult ammo, and then lodging them into their skulls.
that would be. I'm not sure it would even do anything after seeing what happened to Sucinda, but maybe if it was a larger amount.
Is there a way to like turn it on or charge it or activate it?
I wouldn't know any of that, would I?
No.
I don't.
Maybe you have to do that first, and then it's like a.
I feel like I just need to talk to somebody about it. Oh well.
I'm sure there are professionals here. We could find out help here.
You think so?
That was therapy's not a joke. Usually.
Oh, you were
Yes.
making a. Oh,
If you need help, then we're here for you.
well, no, I'm good. I was just trying to see if whatever. I think I'm gonna spend the evening maybe trying to find out more about Chardolin. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go shoot this.
Your wrist thingy.
Yes, I'm gonna
That's
go
like
find
some-
a hay bale.
That's some assassin
Or an arrow
level
target.
stuff. It's like
Or the back of a house.
okay. What about you two?
I think I want to go get some ale.
I was thinking the same thing.
I haven't gotten good ale in a while.
I guess you're gonna go pay a visit to old Scramsacks if that's the case. Well,
You know what? I'll get a beer to go.
Get drunk and shoot shit.
I'll
Welcome to D&D.
Welcome to Tennessee and D.
I think I'll catch up with you guys then. I'm going to scour the town and see if I can get more information about this stuff. I'm really gonna spend some time with it this time. So
Vilzu, when you're out, can you ask if anybody has a very special bag that I'm looking for?
you know what? I stabbed you twice, so yes, I will do that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just waddle around town, asking anyone who looks like I'm gonna judge people by the looks purely. Like, oh, that guy has a robe. Maybe I'll talk to him. Or that guy has a funny hat. Maybe.
Okay.
This guy's reading 2 books.
This guy's cool.
I'm gonna go talk to this guy.
So Cinder, what are you doing?
I'm going to get some ale.
And you as well?
Yeah.
So you're both headed to the North Look?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm also gonna ask the people about the bag as well. Sometimes be like, hey, you got a bag that can hold more than it should?
Okay.
And I'm gonna prove I'm a wizard as soon as I ask that. I'll do some
Okay.
fireworks in my hand so they know I'm not crazy.
Okay. So, you are making your way around town.
Making my way
I'm gonna
around town.
making my way around town. Will you let Obi out? He's being a dick and like
He poo-pooed
nonstop
earlier.
batting at the
You want
blinds.
poopy?
Yeah.
Let's go, boy, Bubba.
There you go. Thank you. And are you headed to the Northlook as well, Aramel?
Yes, I'm gonna get a Cayman Jack to go.
Okay. So, Willsy, I'll come back to you. The rest of you, after a few minutes, find yourselves walking into the front doors of the Northlook. You walk in the front doors, and it seems to be pretty busy in here. Quite a few people sitting around. Scramsax and the rest of his staff busy behind the bar, occasionally running food out. But there is an open table that has a few, about 5 chairs around it.
Top
Ahead.
spot.
Yep.
Okay. After another couple minutes, waitress comes up. Welcome to the Northlook. What can I get for you?
So we're supposed to tell Scramsax that we got the room for the night,
The room.
like the room from the speaker.
Okay.
It's on the speaker.
I'll let him know.
Okay.
Is that all you needed?
No, and they also said to put some ale on their tab. So if you'll just bring us around, that'd be great.
Who's they?
The counselor. It's on with the room. Just let Scramsax know. He should know.
Okay.
He will take care of it.
Yeah.
We're W.A.S, if you haven't heard of us.
Yeah.
Or remember.
I have heard of you. Yes.
We're 3/4.
Okay. Well, I'll be back.
Without the wheels of y'all are just ass. God damn it. That's not good.
And can you put a lid on one to go? That's okay.
I don't know if I have any lids, but suppose you can.
I'll bring it back, I promise.
Okay. And you see her just turn around. She does like a double look back at your table, but you see her go behind the bar to Scramsax, and she has to wait for him to finish serving a couple people, but he eventually turns around and looks at her, and you see her lean in and kind of whisper something, and you see his eyes just kind of dart over to your table and look at all of you.
Yeah.
I'll wave at him.
And you see his brow furrow, and he looks to her, and he looks back at the table, and and you see him go in the back room for a moment, and he comes back out with a key and hands it to her, and and she comes back up and says, we're getting your beverages now, but Scramsax said yes, if you go through the door over there and take a left, there's a staircase that goes up. Your room is there. It should be enough to easily accommodate the 3 of.
And Wilzu will be
Wilson
back.
will be back.
Okay. And she lays the key on the table in front of you. Wilzu, you're making your way through the streets. There's not a whole lot of people traversing the streets, and it is dark out now. The only lights that you see are from the insides of certain homes that have lamps burning or something like that. So the street is very dimly illuminated. And everybody you come across is heavily bundled up. I'm talking from head to toe, face covered. A few of them even have goggles on. Those who don't, a couple of them, you see them kind of look down at you as they're trudging through the snow. And this snow itself is probably up to your thighs. So you're kind of having to trudge through this snow as well. But you spend, how long are you wanting
4
to spend?
plays. Thank you for the subscription.
4 plays! My guy. Tell me in chat how the Cowboys game's going. How long are you wanting to spend out there running around the town?
That's probably gonna. How long would it take to go to one side of the town to the other?
Bryn Shander is pretty big, so if I pull this up here, it is probably 3,000 feet from left to right, and that's just in a straight line. So you could spend hours wandering around these streets.
I
and
would
still not cover the whole city.
probably spend 3 hours doing this.
Okay.
'Cause I went out with determination.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Back in the Northlook, you guys now have had your beverages brought to you. You've had them for a few minutes. Are you guys talking about anything in particular?
Well, time for me to go.
Well, goodbye.
You head out. What are you looking to do?
Just try it out somewhere.
Okay. You don't have to go far from the Northlook, as it is pretty close to the northern gate of the city. You find kind of an open area near the wall itself. And over there's a few large tree stumps that stick out probably about 4 feet out of the ground. That looks like a pretty good place to practice your new item.
Yeah. Cool.
So you're loading
Practicing. Yeah, I'll load a 3 or a charge as it says, and then I want to see how quick I can do that and practice, practice reloading, firing.
Yeah, so you
just to get
fire
the
off
timing down.
a few shots, and you feel that you kind of get the hang of it pretty quick after the first set. But it seems like when you flex your wrist downward, that seems to trigger the mechanism to fire one off. And when you fire the first one off, you see that this coil that's sort of been tightened very quickly unravels as it launches the bolt out from your arm. And when that happens, you see a mechanism kind of go to the next coil over.
Okay.
And when you do it again, it fires off the next one. So it looks like you could do this pretty quickly.
Okay. Cool.
But the kind of the preparation time for it to load them up and kind of pull it back does take a little bit of time.
Cool. Is there the way I could put a safety on it, or is that built in? Or?
Yeah, you would have a way to kind of lock it if you wanted
Okay.
to. Yeah.
So I don't
Accidentally, you're like,
Yeah.
dude!
What up, bro? Yeah. Let me get this, and it's just into Willzu's head or something.
Yeah.
Wait, why, mate? What?
So I guess it's what does it translate to, combat wise? Is it because it says it can be used as a bonus action. Is that all 3? Or
just
one shot?
Yeah, one shot is a bonus action.
So I could use it as a action and then a bonus action
if you wanted to.
in theory.
Yeah.
2 shots off.
Since it is kind of a wrist-mounted thing and not something you're necessarily wielding, it doesn't benefit from the bonus damage from your dexterity.
Yeah.
But yes, you could fire off 2 if you wanted.
2
one as an action, one as a bonus action, or you could do a rapier swing and one of those if you wanted.
And then how long would it be? Would it be everything I do to just reload it?
It would be an action to
It'd
reload.
be a full.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Check. Done. Thank you.
Okay. Willzu, about another hour goes by, and you come across a building that you are not familiar with. You feel like you've probably wandered kind of to the northeast side of town, but there's smoke coming out of the chimney off to the side of this building, and there's a sign hanging out front that just has the kind of an insignia of like a potion bottle or something like that, like a flask or something.
I'll look at that and I'll just kind of tilt my head at it. I'll shrug and just think to myself, I'll try. Maybe potion seller knows something. I'll walk up, and if the door's shut, I'll give it a couple knocks before I open it. But if it's kind of ajar, I'll just open and go in.
Yeah, the door actually does open, and when you walk in, you see a kind of a late middle-aged human woman standing behind a desk off to the side. She seems to be kind of jotting stuff down, and she looks over and kind of just out of the side of her vision acknowledges you and says, I'll be with you in just a moment. We're about to close, but just if whatever you need, just know what it is, and I'll be with you in just a second.
Okie dokie. Look around.
Looking around the room, you see quite a few different colored vials and things like that. There's a kind of an alchemy set off to the side. You see kind of some mist coming up off of some of the concoctions that are over there. Ocean cellar. And about 30 seconds later, you hear a pin drop, and she stands up and turns over to you and says, yes, what can I help you with?
I'll take my hat off as I'm walking up, and I'll kind of just place my hand up on the counter and say, Madam, I was hoping I could ask you a couple of questions of great import.
She just looks out the window. Okay.
You see, I'm a member of an adventuring group known as W.A.S.S. Recently we've been charged with a very important mission, down the spine of the world, and I believe it to be quite dangerous, and I'm trying to seek every advantage I can before the journey tomorrow morning. I was hoping maybe perhaps you knew of a material called Chardolin.
I'm familiar with it, yes.
You are? Wow.
Not with all of its ins and outs, but sure, I've looked at a few pieces.
Many have heard of it, but none seem to know about it. I myself have learned that there's dark energies related to it, and they're a more nefarious type of, I guess, mineral, you'd call it?
Chardolin around here can be real nasty stuff. It's part of some sort of wizard tower, from what I've heard, that exploded.
That's right.
Eons ago.
And it's valued for some reason now, and I've tried to put my hand on why, other than being an old, rare material. What uses could such a material have?
Well, I suppose it could be used to forge items, maybe weapons. I've had a few adventuring types come through and ask me about it. They all seemed pretty ill-tempered, though.
Well, I'll reach into my pouch and I'll take out actually all the Chardolin I have, which is 3 in total. What I got here, 3 pieces, and I'll just set it in front of her, and I'll say,
She says, okay.
I believe I'm still within my wits. I've been studying this material, and I'll think of Sucinda experimenting with it. Yet I can't seem to deem what it does. I've even seen men wield this in flails, and they seemed quite mad, so I assumed maybe on contact it would, or possession long enough, it would drive you to some insanity. Yet I've had this for what feels like weeks now, and I feel fine. So, other than forging weapons, is there any other use for it? Maybe drawing the magics out of it. Maybe there are no magics. Maybe brewing something with it. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think?
I've never tried to brew anything with it. None of the folks who came in here wanted to part with theirs. Although their pieces were quite a bit larger than what you have here. And you do seem like you have your wits about you. Perhaps maybe the size or the amount that you have could play into that.
I suppose. Well, if that's all you know, I suppose that's good enough. I assumed maybe it was for forging something out of it, but if this isn't enough, that's fine.
Well, to be quite honest, from what I understand, this stuff is scattered all about the dale, but buried under the snow, it's somewhat rare. If what I'm hearing people chatter about around town is true, some kind of dwarves are trying to hoard it for themselves. I don't know what on earth they could possibly use it for, unless it's being used to corrupt something, or perhaps they're making weapons. I don't know.
I'll just kind of smirk at her and say, well, what a coincidence! I happen to be charged with dealing with some dwarves. Duergar, more specifically. The mission I was talking about earlier. But I suppose I have no use for these then. Perhaps you'd want to purchase them for anything?
Oh, sure. If you're willing to part with it.
If it's not enough to do anything with, carrying it really doesn't seem too valuable now. I've already tried stabbing someone with it, and it's done nothing, so...
She kind of leans back a little bit. You stabbed somebody.
Well, they They had it coming. It was one of our enemies we face in battle.
Wow.
Right.
You better
Right.
come back with a bag of holding.
Don't know what I was thinking. Well, how much do you want for them?
Charlotte being as rare as it is, maybe, they are just shards, but I have 3 of them in total. Combining them, you could perhaps make something decent. Maybe 10 gold per?
That's fair. Yes.
Neat!
And she turns around and starts to open up a pouch that she has behind her, and she says, wasn't really expecting someone to walk in here and offer to sell me Chardolin today. What a day this has been.
Where I'm going, I'm likely to find mountains of it, so I'll come back and let you know how that goes.
Zute.
Bless you.
She sneezes a few times. Oh, excuse me.
No, you're good.
Oh, her dog comes up and starts harassing her. Here, and kind of puts the gold on the table and slides it over to you.
Excellent. Well, as you know, be careful with that. And also, I suppose, yeah, you may know about this. I don't know if you could tell, but I am a bit of a magic user myself, and I'll make the little triangles and circle fireworks out of my hand. And, I've been on the hunt for various relics and artifacts, and basically anything that we can use in with our journey. Chardolin I was hoping would be worth something, but it seems more of it's required. Besides that, would you happen to know of any type of storage device that could hold more than it should?
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
Well, think of it like this, and I'll just take my pouch immediately off my belt, just pull it through the little tie-on or whatever I have and hold it up. Here I have a tiny pouch. For instance, the storage I'm talking about, I could put, and I'll just look around her shop, maybe like 40 or 50 of these bottles, all in this pouch. And as long as I remember them, I could pull them out. Have you heard of such a device?
I can't say that I have, but suppose with magic and enchantments, anything is possible.
It is. Unfortunately, time is very valuable. And that's a lot of time to actually make something as such. And I'll just reattach my pouch to my hip.
Some say time is the most valuable.
And time is money, friend.
I suppose so, yes.
Well, I thought there was no harm in asking. So, be careful with that Chardolin. You know what it's capable of.
At this, you see her reach under the desk and pull out a pair of tongs, and she picks up one piece of the Chardolin with the tongs, takes it over, and says, "Oh yes, I promise. I'll be very careful."
All right. Well, stay safe, friend. I'm heading to the North Look, meeting up with my friends, and I'll just turn around and start walking.
She just nods as you turn around. You open the door, and just this icy blast of wind just almost takes the wind out of you.
As I'm shutting the door, I just want to hit a muffled "Oh, I love it!" as I'm going out into the freezing cold.
You make your way back out. You're headed to the North Look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At this point, you guys have probably been kind of hanging out, eating, drinking for a couple of hours now, and you look over at the door, and you see Wilzu waddling in and kind of shaking the snow off of his boots and really most of his legs.
Wilzu, buddy, come get you an ale.
Oh, a table. Nice. I'll walk up. Jacinda? Sandy?
Hey, Wilzu.
Did you find what I asked you for?
Oh, no one knew about the bag.
I would like to excuse myself, and surely I have a way to communicate with Harpers. Right? Surely.
Do you?
I would
call
hope
me
so.
Shirley.
I mean, I don't know. It's not in my background.
Carrier pigeon.
What are you looking to do?
I want to tell them that I desperately need a bag of holding. because
my list of
I am
demands.
so important.
I feel like you think these things are more common than they are.
Surely a group like them can help me keep an eye out for one.
Maybe like
See, chat.
grenades or...
In the last campaign, you give them a bag of holding towards the beginning of the adventure, and they are immediately spoiled.
Exactly.
Do not be careful with your bags of holding.
So
Hey, we
I
got
would like
Sandy.
to
We don't need a
communicate
bag
to
of
them.
Sandy,
And
person
I'm
to
gonna
fold
let
in.
them know, like, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I keep having to give my stuff to one of our friends because I can't carry it myself, and I really need it because I need to be self-sufficient. Because what if it's something like super rare that I get and I need to hold it myself? So I need this mystical item that I've heard about. I know one of y'all hoes has got it, and I need it.
That'll do it.
And how are you sending this message out? Are you just standing in the courtyard screaming?
No,
What are we doing?
I don't know how to communicate with the Harpers.
So you know that you only have had one contact here, a main contact.
Yeah, and they haven't been seen.
You could spend 3 hours going around town looking. Get some info.
It's tough times here.
I don't say anything then.
Oh.
The DM has heard the request to the ether and has noted it down.
Oh, I found out about Chardolin. A little more.
Oh, did you get some mail? I convinced them that it's on the speaker.
He did.
How many?
He did.
How many glasses are on the table?
I got a burp a little bit.
There's about
I've made my
5
way back in.
mugs in front of each of them.
Oh,
I'll get you. Another round, waitress.
Another round, please. Thank you. Two for him.
Is Airmail at the table too?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, you would have
I slipped back
made
in.
made your way back in.
Are there glasses in front of him?
Not as many, but a couple. Yeah.
I'll go. Oh well, I guess I found more about Chardolin. Apparently
Will Zoo, you used to work here, right? Go grab us a keg. We'll tap it.
can't do that. That's just
We
because I used to
can't.
work here doesn't mean I.
Wiggle this in front of him, and I'll give him the key.
Oh, is that the?
That's for the room.
Oh, the fancy. That's right. The
room.
speaker offered the fancy room. That's a really nice room. I don't even think I've ever been in there. And I was here for half a year. Have I been in there?
You live and learn.
You have not.
It's irrelevant. I've probably been in there. But it's irrelevant.
Do you want to go right now?
But once we're done, I want to have a drink too, real quick.
And you can take it with you and come back.
The waitress comes by and puts 2 mugs right in front of you, almost like you didn't see her coming.
Oh, thank you. Do I recognize
Did she
her?
get us
No,
all?
she looks new.
Okay.
Did she get us
You
all
must
a
be
refill
new
there?
Yeah, I'll look at her like reaching my hand out to grab my mug.
Do you need
Oh,
another?
I'll grab one of Will's.
Because
Thanks,
I want
Wilzy.
one. I need one.
I try and,
Me.
as she walks by, I try and put 5 gold in there.
Okay. She looks at you. Absolutely, yes. And she goes, and a few minutes later, Obi, no, dude. No, it's not happening anymore. We're done.
I think he got it. He understands.
Now pouty Obi.
And she comes back a minute or 2 later with another round for everybody.
I'll sip on some ale. I'm sipping. There's light sips.
Light sips. All right. Anybody doing anything else before heading to the room?
Just a sneaky tip.
Snacking.
Okay. She doesn't even notice that you put it in. Yeah. Okay. So
Sipping on some scissor.
how long are you wanting to spend down here?
What time is it? Well,
Right now it's probably pretty late in the. It's probably about 8 p.m.
I still got another good 2 hours down here.
Well, what time do we want to leave in the morning?
Probably like
earlier the better, I'd assume.
like
They have-
6 or
They have
7.
breakfast here, right? Do we need to get some
Yeah, they serve food.
big breakfast meals somewhere else? Or no?
No, you can get it here. I mean, they got basic stuff. They have that. I think we serve that trout. That what's it called again? The knuckleheads. We serve the knuckleheads.
Sin, you said that special
I said
breakfast that
we,
you
damn
heard
it.
somewhere one time, right? I can't remember what it was called.
Yes, what was it?
It's like hash browns or something? I don't
The
know.
big breakfast.
Yes.
It had like eggs, hash browns,
I don't think we do that anymore.
sausage,
We do
maybe a pancake.
Do that here.
Who do I need to tell to put in an order for 4?
I don't even think they get potatoes up here.
Well, they should.
Where would they grow them?
That's not my problem.
Hey, you know what? If we had that sled, we could go buy some in the south and
We
bring it up
don't
here.
need a sled. Need I remind you of
You're
the
onto
disc?
something. It could be the W.A.S.S. Big breakfast.
How about the W.A.S.S Transportation Company?
What? You
So
guys
once
are
we
so
save
obsessed with
once we save the world, we'll just go straight.
We
and
can
have-
market everything.
Yeah, we'll
What's
transport.
that? What's this? What's?
And then my airship
It's actually not a
whacks
bad
up there.
While
Isn't
they're
it-
having this conversation, I'm gonna wander off to the bar.
Okay.
And get
Nice.
more, like two more ales,
Okay.
and then come back. All right. Well, so where's this room?
Oh, it's
I have a nightcap.
Well, if you go around the hall to the left, actually you have to hook all the way around.
All
actually,
right,
it's a
and I'll
lot-
just start walking.
You've got it. I think.
Make an intelligence check for me, and I'm gonna say with disadvantage since you're hammered.
That would be an 8.
Okay.
Nice.
You walk through the doorway, and you, instead of hanging a left, you hang a right, and then there's another door right there, and you go into that, and it's another long hallway that just seems to go for quite a ways, and you just start meandering down there, and you kind of hear him bumbling around in the hallways until he, because you're sitting fairly close to the door, until he kind of disappears.
He will find it.
I don't think you're gonna find it. But we'll find him either way. He's a big guy, and I'll just sip my ale some more.
Okay.
I mean, he's used to sleeping on rocks and stuff, right? I mean, I'm sure the wooden floor is an upgrade.
No, he's used to sleeping in a nice temperate room in the middle of tundras.
Are you talking about your spell?
Yes.
Speaking of your spell, should I get rid of this tent? It's 20 pounds.
10.
Tents.
Oh, the tent. You know, it wouldn't hurt for emergencies, but
Because I read this book once where this guy had straps of ammo like this. And that could be me.
Bandoliers.
I'd say there's no harm in it. As long as I'm not unconscious or something's muting my magics, I could always forge a
I
shelter.
think Sandy has another tent, right? Sandy, you have a
Sandy's
tent?
not there.
I don't remember.
Sandy
Wandered off.
Do we have another tent, Susanna? Do you know?
Once upon a time we did, I think, but I was very weak. I could not carry. That's why I need my bag, but nobody has my bag. I think Sandy has it with my rope and
I
my
need to make some gains.
rations and everything else.
I'd like to stumble back into the main room.
So you end up going all the way around. It seems like there are just rooms everywhere, and they're just on your left and right, and it turns, and you end up making kind of a whole loop around. There's a door right in front of you, and you go into it. When you come out on the other side, you're staring at the entire bar again.
Do I see him?
So he went in this door, and he has now come out of this door.
Sandy!
I
And
come
then
out.
when y'all do that, you hear probably 10 or 11 people throughout the rest of the bar go, ah!
And I'll just hold up 2 empty mugs,
Ah!
I made it back.
and I'll make my way to them. So
How's
got-
the hotel?
I got lost, and I don't have the key.
What? There's the key on the table.
Yes.
Sandy, you
well,
left it
it's
right
here.
here. It's right here, Sandy.
And the room is that way.
So I'm gonna go get me another ale, and I'm gonna wait here until everyone goes to bed.
Yes. Can you get me one too?
Ah,
Ah, yes.
okay. I'll go.
I make the key disappear.
All right. You kind of just wave your hand over it and kind of catch it with your thumb.
I'll go get the
So,
ale
so
and
what
come
is
back.
troubling you?
Okay.
Nah, just thinking. I don't know. We're about to go to the spine of the world, right? That's like,
Yes.
that's the fun. That's.
Do you have
We've already
Pedialyte?
been there. We've been in one part of it once, but this time will be. This is deep.
Precisely, yes.
I'll pull out the
yes,
map.
yes.
Ooh, right on cue. So how did you want to go? You wanted to go this way, and I point to the dotted line south. That says 10 trail to the trees. This way?
Yeah, if we head out of the town south, it's quite a ways. Eventually, we'll hit what looks like a forest, and we can kind of. Well, maybe that's an icy river we can follow.
So this is the trail here.
Right.
You could go straight south. The spine of the world kind of starts, right around here. On your map, at least. And you're not sure, some of this could have collapsed or not. with the storms coming through. But you see that there is at least a way to follow the river up into the spine. There also seems like there's a few ways you could navigate up the mountains there.
Because the fortress is in that like cranny.
Yeah,
of
here
a
let me
horseshoe.
pull up the map here.
Yeah.
It's right here.
It seems like maybe taking the river and then diverting north in that clearing that hopefully is still there might be our best bet, yeah?
Yes. And we have this compass now that we've had all along, but it will help us.
True. There's also the chance that crevice just to the west of that X mark that might be a trail of sorts, but if anything, that might be a trail they use, so maybe that's not a good idea. We take the river, right?
Ah.
That sounds like
I
agreement.
kind of like wake up because I fell asleep. Yeah. What Willzu said.
That's a Texas size 10-4 if I've ever heard of one.
Yes, Texas.
Yes, this valley could prove useful, but like you said, there could be troop movement.
Movement, yes. I'm just.
Oh, we're moving?
Everybody's kind of sloshing their drinks around.
I think it's a good plan, but perhaps it's time to bunk down for the night, and I'll put away the map.
Okay.
And I'll kind of push I only drink like half my ale. I don't drink a little bit. But I'll push my chair in and I'll start heading back around the
Do
corner.
I see him not finish his ale?
Yes.
I grab it. You don't want to waste any of that free ale, Willzu.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'll leave a gold on it.
Finally got him.
Man.
7.
That thing you just chugged down immediately comes right back up, along with and then some. And the few tables around you just sort of stop and look over at you.
We're fine. We're all fine here.
And one of the other tables that has kind of some more rough-looking people, after a moment of pause, and they go, "Yeah!" A couple moments later, you look over and you see the waitress just looking over the table.
Sandy, leave her a gold.
Can you clean it? Can you clean it for her? John.
You turn around to see Sandy holding your mug, and just
Gross.
When I see that,
Well,
my
good.
first instinct, I just kind of look at him, and then I look over to Scram. I'm just gonna look at Scram Sacks. Is he just staring at me?
For the poor girl, not for
I
scrum
walk back over to it, and I look at Sandy, and I just pat the back of his knee a bit, and I'll kind of do this over the spot and just wipe away out of existence his grossness.
Yep, and it disappears. And you see the waitress just Thank you.
You keep making that money, lady. And I'll go. I'm going to the big room.
Okay.
I'll cut in front and...
Yeah. So you make your way into the hallways there. You find the stairs that lead up. You make it to the doorway, unlock it, and when you open it, there's this large, very well-furnished living area with a fireplace that's already ablaze, a couple of comfy plush couches. It's nicer than most of the things you've seen around here before. You do notice there's dust on a lot of things, though, because this room has very obviously not been used very much. There's a couple of sets of tables in here, and then off of this main room are 5 smaller rooms that all have larger, probably a little larger than twin-sized beds in each one. One room actually has a very wide bed, almost like a queen.
This is for Sandy.
But all the other ones are pretty still well furnished. A chest in each one, a table in each room as well. This place is pretty toy.
Are we all? Is everyone going in there? We all in there?
Is
Okay.
there a lock on the inside of the door?
There is, yeah.
So I'll lock it and then hang it on the knob.
Okay.
Once we get inside, I'm just gonna look around and shout, "Just as I remember it! Wow!" Well, I'm gonna go ahead and bunk down though for the evening, and I'm gonna start going towards the biggest bed.
you see Wilsey just confidently waddling straight towards this large bed off in the other room.
Oh, yeah. You want to lay with me? And I'll I'll start walking behind him and I'll pick him up like a little kid.
Wait, no! You can have it. You can have it. Look at you.
We go to bed. We go to bed now.
Trying to push out of his arm.
Are you trying to keep him from pushing out?
No.
Okay.
Well, no.
All right. So yeah, you're able to kind of wiggle free.
Oh, Wilsey, where you going?
No, you got it, big guy. Oh, it's all you.
It's a big bed. We can share it.
No.
Keep each other warm.
There's 5. I'll be good. You. No, just my voice is trailing. We get farther away.
When I get to the bed, I just want
Just
face first, just out.
Yep. Sucinda.
Is there a sofa or couch by the fireplace?
Yeah.
Is there like a throw blanket and a pillow?
sure.
I want to sleep right out there with the fireplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
You find a blanket and bring it over to you, and you kind of pull this long couch out a little closer to the fire. You lay down, and it's quite comfortable.
That's what I'm like. Night,
Airmo?
night.
Yeah, I'll take just a room.
Okay, you just hit the bed, Wilsey.
I'm picking an empty room, putting my stuff down,
Right.
getting comfy, and laying down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all doze off, fall asleep, and you will successfully complete a long rest. So all your health, your temporary hit points, spell slots, anything like that, you will get back. And we will also go ahead and use this time to take a short 10-minute break, everybody. So hang in there with us. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Since we ran just a hair over on the break, let's just get started. You guys, 8 hours pass from when you went to bed. You wake up, you feel like it's early, really early in the morning still, probably about 6 a.m. And you look out the window. Yeah, you overslept. You're late to work.
I know, so I'm late to work. My shift starts now.
You look out the window. It's still pitch black. Snow still coming down out there.
Shit.
But you feel pretty well rested. And you all kind of stir about the same time. What would you like to do?
Can we sleep? Can we sleep like another hour and I just like roll over?
Would this blessing make me not have a hangover?
No.
Okay, well then I'm still sleeping. I'm still snoring away.
Okay.
In the same position where I fell face first,
Just
into bed.
there's this just wet pile of drool there. Wilzu, you kind of stir. You see everybody else is still just kind of laying down.
I'm gonna open my eyes, just look straight up at the ceiling, just take a deep sigh. And I want to jump up on my bed and go,
This all shocks everybody awake.
I get up and like, who's here?
it's a good day for adventure! And I'm like super just trying to psych myself as I get up and start dressing immediately.
And thank you for telling all of Bryn Shander about it.
Today's gonna be it's gonna be a day. Everyone, get up, eat your food, and do what you gotta do. It's time to get going.
You all hear this just enormous voice coming from the other room. But it just keeps going, and he keeps going into more and more detail about all the things that are possible, all the things that could possibly happen today, good and bad. And it just keeps going to the point where you all
I
just,
roll over
all right,
on the
well, I'm up.
And I put the pillow on the other side of my head.
Just holding your
Yeah.
ears.
Wilzu, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but this is a multi-day adventure.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna live in this area now. The fireplace is very warm. I feel at home.
We won't get there today.
You see Sucinda standing over by the fire, just wrapped up in a blanket and then just two pillows over her ears. And she's just standing as close to the fire as she can without actually catching fire with her back to
Precisely.
you.
I like to like speed walk out of the room while he's going, so I don't have to hear him.
Are you like leaving the whole apartment up there?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
like covering my ears, trying to walk down the stairs just to get out of where Wilzu's going on.
You make your way downstairs. You find yourself in the tavern main room there. You don't see scram sacks. You see one person kind of out front cleaning the bar top, and you hear the sounds of people behind the door. There's probably 5 or 6 people spread around the main tavern area down there.
Well, Sandy's ready.
Is Sucinda still laying in bed?
She's standing up by the fireplace, like wrapped up with pillows on either side of her ear.
Oh. When I notice this, I'll kind of walk up to her and I'll just look up at her.
Hi, Vilzu.
Good morning! Are you ready?
Why are you yelling?
Because
I'm right here.
today is the first day of a new adventure. One that might, well, it's gonna be hardcore.
Do you think Scrumsax is downstairs?
It might be on the same floor farther away.
I need to speak to Scrumsax.
Okay.
Quietly
let's
getting
go.
ready.
Okay.
I pack up and head downstairs.
Okay. You all kind of finish up right around the same time. Wilzu about 5 minutes ahead of the rest of you.
He's the
Yeah.
captain.
I'm going.
But you all are ready. Are you all heading downstairs?
I'll grab the key off the knob and lock it on the way
Okay.
out.
You all find yourselves down in the main room where Sandy has already had a seat and seems like he's just staring at the bar, trying to will his food and drink into existence.
Should we start a tab, Sandy?
I don't know. I mean, the best way to cure a hangover is just to hop right back on the horse.
That's right. I've heard if you never stop, you don't get destroyed.
But I don't really want to go into the wilderness impaired.
I just learned I could be a lot more annoying than I thought.
Do you say that out loud?
Actually, I'll say that out loud because I'm kind of looking in one of my books.
Yes. Cover my head.
You could use the scroll of knock if you want.
No. You want an example? Check this out.
No.
It's time to go, and I'll cast a minor illusion on me, and my voice just saying "go" just repeats.
Go.
It doesn't even echo; it's just the same volume. And I'll just beat with it, and then I'll stop.
Yes, you have achieved the pinnacle of annoying.
I kind of like that. No, that was nice.
Could be a good distraction.
Go.
It's an alarm.
Yeah.
We could do that when we go into the cavern. You
How
know,
many
you
words?
need to go.
How many words can you use?
Well, to be honest, I could make any sound I know anywhere.
So you could use
Around
say,
me.
like a sentence?
Yes, for 1 minute. Would you like a
Frig off,
paragraph?
Randy. Frig off, Randy. Frig off, Randy.
Exactly, I could do that. Wow, magic is so neat. I'm distracting us. We need to go. We have things to do.
We need some food first.
You see the
Don't you want to
waitress
know?
come back with kind of a spread of knucklehead trout. Just, it's for breakfast.
Is that what she says?
Yeah, it's for breakfast. Sets it down in front of you. The smell of fish is almost a little off-putting for you. Almost.
Yes, I'll have one for me too.
Ma'am, may I have a fish
Fish breakfast, yes.
breakfast? Is Graham Sachs available? I need to speak with him urgent matter.
He's not here yet.
Oh, when does he come in?
Uh,
Whenever he pleases. Maybe you can make this executive business decision.
I'm not sure I'm qualified to do that.
How much do you want for the room up top?
For the big room.
The room, yes.
What do you mean? How much
You're
do I
trying to
want?
buy the room?
Yes, I want it.
I don't think it's for sale.
Name your price.
I can't name
She
it.
does not own this place.
I'll,
Do you have
I'll
the
ask
deed?
Scram Sacks, but
That's a good idea.
I don't.
Do you have the deed, ma'am?
I have fish and
She does not have the deed.
It's no problem, really.
Fish?
Yes, fish. Please, thank you.
You don't have any bread, do you? Or cheese?
We got
or...
bread. She looks over to you, Wilzu.
Any eggs?
Do they have a map on the wall?
Not on the wall, no.
Do they have a map anywhere in this? Like,
Not that you can
here's
see.
the 10 towns.
No.
Nothing? Okay.
She looks to you, Wilzu.
Be sure to visit 10 towns.
Visit fabulous 10 towns.
I'll just look at her and put my hands like this and then just touch my mouth for a moment. And without me moving my mouth at all, it just says, a slice of trout, if you will. But I'm just...
Does it say it above you?
No, it just you just hear that. But my mouth doesn't move at all.
She leans in close.
What?
Did you? What's that? You want that?
I'll kind of like rub my mustache and tilt my head and, yes, please, but without moving my mouth again.
Right. Okay. Sure. And she turns around and you see her again kind of double back, look back at you a couple times. And yeah, a few, probably 10, 15 minutes pass and she comes back out with all of your food
While she's
and
gone.
drink. Yep.
Is there anywhere in the town where there would be like a large map of like the 10 towns?
Not that you saw, no.
Is there anywhere that sells maps around here?
I'm sure there probably is. You haven't run across it. You'd have to spend some time looking for it.
Okay.
Or
I
asking
see.
around
Okay.
about it.
Are you saying this out loud or no?
I mean, sure. Yeah.
What's wrong with our map?
Well, nothing. I'm just looking for where the maps are made. I have an adjustment that needs to be done.
Oh no! is that weird Southeast Haven or whatever thing?
South Haven.
South Haven.
Yes. If I change enough of them, I can. I can make it.
Are
say
you trying to
Southaven
write,
and look the
like-
exact same?
Are you trying to write
They will
words
never
on
know.
the map? Do you want to write over the town name?
I can do it. I'm an
All right,
expert
well
forger.
here's something else that I remembered that I have, and I pull out a nice calligrapher set of pens and inks and quills, and well, this will help, right? Yes.
I pull out I have something for forgery because I'm like I'm okay here.
Do you pull it out or no?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yes.
I wink at you because I don't know if the others know what I have.
Yes.
But I'm like,
you also
Air-
have a calligrapher set. Too.
Precisely, yes. I just need to make a small update on every map that I come across. And before you know it, look, Southaven, perfect.
It's the shaven. Yes, I love it. Yes.
And you see her delicately scribble south over east.
Is that really necessary, Jacinda? And I'm gonna be pointing at Sandy while I'm saying this. And out of his face, I want the sound to come out. Yeah, it's kind of silly, Jacinda. And I'll just put
You
my-
hear you've got like a thing of fish like in your mouth right now, and you hear this just emanate from like your face area.
Thank you, Sandy. See?
Vilzu,
Are you casting?
it is funny. I am being funny. Do you not support my endeavors?
I want to make my voice sound like hers and just go ha 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 ha.
Oh, you know what will be really funny that makes me laugh is when you get hit next time and I do not revive you. That is funny, Vilzu. Yes.
It's not very funny.
I thought it was.
It's violent.
No, what's violent is you killing my hopes and dreams. It will be.
Southaven just seems so.
Yes.
Something from the whole stabbing the other day.
Whatever. You can do
Yes, that was unwarranted.
Huh?
it. Huh?
What?
What? There's probably some bad blood between the two of you since, you stabbed her yesterday.
No, we're caster buddies. We do stuff for science.
I forgot all about that until now, to be honest.
Caster
The beer
buddies.
made me forget, but now I remember. Yes, and I pull out my arm.
You were what and asked about the bag for those. Remember?
Do you have a bag?
No,
Exactly.
but I have knowledge, which is extremely valuable. I ended up selling that Chardolin, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 30 gold for it. So, yay!
That seems like not a lot, but also I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But it was useless with how much we had. So,
Did you give the price or did she offer the price?
oh, I did.
Or whoever the merchant
yeah.
was.
No, you got screwed.
Yeah, no, that's no.
You think so?
Was she a dwarf too? Was she a Duergar too?
No, she's a tall lady.
It was a woman. Oh, he fell for her. Classic Will Zoo.
I did not.
They
Classic
must
Will
be in
Zoo.
love with her.
He probably fell in love with
I've
her.
never done that one time.
What was she an elf or a dwarf or
Just a human lady, I believe.
She was a
Oh.
human.
Older.
You remember.
Okay. Did you get her
you
business
remember.
card too while you're at it? Her contact
She was just a
information?
potion seller, and
We're
then now I
gone for
started.
quite a while.
I asked all
Good
around.
job, buddy. And I slap him on the back.
See, that way you can send a direct letter to her.
I'm gonna lose the shit out of you too.
Slide in her inbox, if you will, her post box, with a saucy letter. Gotta shoot your shot there, Wilzu.
Is that waitress still around?
She's nearby at a couple tables over.
She's new here. Don't no. You no.
You see her delivering some fish to a couple of patrons that had just sat down a little bit ago.
I try and throw my voice to sound like it's coming out of Sandy. Like, hey, look at me. You want to come up to the VIP room?
Make a performance check.
Ooh. Performance 18.
Yeah, you throw your voice pretty well. Sandy, this is the second different voice you've heard come out of your face in the last 5 minutes.
Huh. How does that keep happening?
I don't know. Why do you keep talking about stuff?
Well, so you seem distracted. Don't you want to adventure right now?
I do. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
You eating? Everyone eating? We good?
I've ate.
No more games. It was fun for the games, but now it's time for non-games.
Do you need to say bye to your girlfriend?
Yeah, swing by the shop.
I pointed him, but I just lowered my hand. Look, it's time to go, and I hop out of my chair.
Okay. You all head.
Did you pay for this
outside.
food? Who paid for this? Did y'all pay for this? We just. Oh,
Dine
this
and
was.
dash.
Oh, right.
This
yes.
was still included.
It was on the tab from
It was
last
still on.
night.
Yeah, let's get out of here
Yes.
before the speaker finds out about that.
We have no reason to rush. They know. I say out loud.
Yeah.
You all kind of file out into the street there. The weather is tolerable right now, still well below freezing, but the wind isn't cutting you to the bone necessarily today. We're all heading out, right? Okay. You all make your way down the streets, kind of catching the gaze of people every now and again, sort of looking over at you, seeing this strange assortment of characters walking down the street together between a Goliath and a gnome, just walking side by side. In and of itself is irregular. But you make your way to the eastern gate of Bryn Shander. The guards just give you a look and a nod, and you make your way around the outskirts of the town and start heading south down the 10 trails.
Today we have a giant elk.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. This is the biggest possible thing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're riding today.
Okay, so Wilzu pulls out his bag once you get out of the town. And I apologize, there actually is a southern exit there. When you get out of town, Wilzu pulls one of the little fuzzy items out of his bag and throws it into the snow. And out of the snow is a giant elk.
What? This thing is considered a huge.
Yeah.
What the? How big is fucking huge?
Very large. When this elk stands up, it's where its horns kind of go to is easily taller than you are. It's
Do you need a ladder for this?
I mean, as soon as it appears, I'll just shout, "Holy shit!" I'm just looking up at this thing.
Is this big enough for all of us?
Maybe. Actually, maybe like 2 or 3. Honestly, if one of you want to ride this time, I always get to ride.
Me.
You want to ride the elk?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want to call it?
Sir Elkington.
Yes.
Elks a lot.
Sir Elkington, you are to follow Sucinda's orders.
it
Can I get
just
on
looks
there,
down
or
at you.
do I
It
need
seems
help?
to be like if an animal could look full of itself, this thing does.
That's my talk.
Love it. I feel like it could do poses.
Can I get up there on my own, or do I need help?
Come on, Smugwood, kneel down. You heard the lady.
It kneels down.
See, you just gotta command it. You just gotta take the reins. You know what I mean?
Yes, I love it. Vilzu and I are best friends again. Forgotten all
You're
about
back.
them
You're back.
stabbing
back on
my
it, huh?
arm twice yesterday.
Oh, I see the whole thing now. Yeah. Classic Wilzu.
Dude, he's a ladies' man.
You guys are just, y'all are the worst. You know that?
Hey, we know you're just practicing your moves.
Let's
It's
just
okay.
go, everyone, and actually, I'm gonna make sure I got my little tennis snowshoes on, little rackets or whatever, you know.
Wilzu, I'm
yeah, you did.
sure you could probably fit on that with her.
He's
You
saving
think
that.
so?
It's giant, yes.
Okay.
That's what
I was holding my arm down.
I hold my arm down.
Can you swing me up? All right.
We're sorry
I'll
it's
ride
not the
back.
shopkeeper, Wilsu.
Look, you two.
Dude.
You don't
Help.
even know my sexuality.
No, we're just making inferences.
I look at them and I wink like he's into both of y'all. He done play for us. He play.
This could be possible. Maybe.
I'll like flex a little bit.
Okay, no, let's just go. Let's go. No, let's go.
We're walking and talking. We're walking. Just imagine you riding in on Sir Elkington, and you say, "Ma'am," and you just and you like, check out my ride. Or whoever you get your eyes on.
Sir Elkington, go.
It's
It
because
doesn't listen to you.
You said for me to tell it what to do.
Hey, you listen to Sucinda, lest you wish to be unsummoned. And I'll just grab my pouch a little bit.
It sort of looks back at you and gives this, like, bitch, please, look, and then
It's
starts
fine,
to
I'll pretend
starts to drop forward.
See, listen, you just gotta take the reins.
Wilzu, it's the implication.
For the elk?
Of whoever you're trying to sweep off their feet. They can't say no because of the elk.
That sounds weird. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the implication of, you're awesome.
But I'm gonna play into it. What implication?
You got the elk.
We're like, because we're in the
They're
middle
not
of
gonna say
tundra
no.
and there's no safety for miles, so they can't really say no.
Right. Well,
I
there's
don't-
it's the implication. I mean, nobody's.
I still don't know what you're talking
They're not
about.
going to say no.
This conversation's gonna get
This
us
is
on a list.
turning very strange.
No one's in danger. We're fine. We're
in danger.
There's a play, some sunny something I saw one time.
Yes.
This sounds familiar.
They were talking about watercraft, I believe.
It was always sunny here.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's just leave. There's no danger.
Jacinda, were you wanting to do something? You good?
There's no danger. There's no danger.
I'm just glad not to be walking.
All right, so we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a fast forward here. You travel down the 10 trails for a day, and then the sunlight, as little as it is, what sunlight is there comes and goes back into darkness again, and you all make camp, wake up the next day, and continue on your predetermined route there. Towards the end, you start to, well, not towards the end, but in the distance, kind of in the middle of the second day, you see this shadow of a mountain range in the distance, and you see trees.
You said second day?
Yeah. What do you got this time?
No more majestic giant. Oh.
You want another one?
A giant badger.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
And you see some sparse trees in the distance, but before you kind of reach the trees, kind of in the last few miles of the tundra, you look out to your left, and you see a large herd of deer, just sort of making their way across the tundra itself.
Fascinating.
We all see that? Mm-hmm. Which way are they heading?
You're all headed south. They look to be headed west. So they were kind of actually coming towards the trail.
How far away are they?
Probably about 100 feet or so.
Good to know if...
I pull out my longbow and I'm like, oh yeah, we could easily.
Well, we don't really have to. We have plenty of stocks of food still, right? But it's good to know there's still game around, if worse comes to worse. I imagine you two would be really good at finding something.
What does that mean?
Well, you're good with a bow. He's kind of a
I
survival
just
guy.
smile back at you.
So I imagine with your powers combined, y'all could take down whatever nature has out here.
I
mean-
can kill anything.
Worst case scenario,
There we go.
even if there's not, I can create food and water if we really came down to it. I just have to go to bed, wake up next morning, and I guess I can make it now.
That's actually really awesome. We're good. We could go anywhere right now with all
Yeah.
with all of our powers combined.
I just, like I
also
said
have
though, I
a
need one day to
ton of
rest,
rations.
and then go to bed, wake up
Yes.
next morning, and my brain's like, oh yes, I remember this spell now. Of course I can do that.
I forgot you could do that. You mentioned something about that before too.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Just need to I forget this spell. Oh, but wait, there's this other one in my memory banks. It's right here. Of course.
You do
I knew
yours-
it all along.
You gotta do yours weird. I kind of just have a list I have to prepare each day.
I guess that's kind of like mine.
Because I can't use them all. It's too much. I don't have enough power slots.
You know, that's kind of the same as me. If only I could use them all.
One day.
One day.
The badger next to you, after you say one day and you say one day, it looks up to you and goes,
Perfect.
He gets it.
This one gets along fine.
by the end of this second day, you have already now started to go up in elevation. You cross it. Well, let me ask you. I'll ask this: the river's completely frozen over when you get to it. Is there anything anybody wanted to do at the river or anything before we go past it?
When we reach the river, is it the one that forks, like we see near those foresty areas to the south?
That's correct.
I think we were going to divert onto that river and start going east, and as soon as it bends south, follow it.
Okay. All right. So, and you do just that throughout that day. You follow the river around as the elevation starts to go up and up. Eventually, you come to a pretty big opening in the trees. And just looking at the mountain, the cliffs, you feel like you see things moving, but the snow is kind of coming down and obscuring. You don't really see anything specific, so you continue on making your way further up the mountain.
Can I tell my badger just to keep its nose a-going, and if it smells any other creatures than us, to give me a heads up?
Sure.
It has the keen smell ability, so he's good at smelling.
You can make a perception check on its behalf with advantage for smelling.
Let's see if we smell some filthy Duergars. Oh, it very well might. It is a perception. That's its wisdom, which is wisdom. It rolled 19.
Nice.
Okay, really good. So, after you give it this command, a few hours have gone by at this point, and it gives you the signal that it's picked up some kind of scent, and it just sort of points its nose in the direction that you're already going.
And wait, this is along the river?
Yes, you're still along the river at the moment.
Huh.
Again, it's not flowing water at the moment, it's completely frozen over.
That's strange. I wonder. I just shrug and keep going.
Okay. This second day ends, and you've noticed as you've continued to go further and further up, it's begun to get harder and harder to move at a decent speed. And at this point, you are in what's considered difficult terrain, as the mountains and the areas that you're able to traverse are more rocky and uneven and difficult. You're not able to just make simple strides through the snow, and there are some areas where the snow just gets super deep, and you've come across a couple situations where snow has started to kind of fall down, not quite an avalanche type deal, but it just starts to slide down, and the further and further you go, you notice it becomes more and more uneven, perilous, and you're having to kind of take your time walking. And you eventually come to what seems almost like a pathway that you could follow up the mountain a little bit. It's definitely not anything that's been made or put there. It's just kind of a natural area of this mountain that you're kind of following up. You are able to stop one more night for a rest, and you feel like you've made quite a bit of progress up the mountain. You haven't seen much on your way up here in terms of wildlife. You've seen a couple more deer, you've seen a few ravens, but aside from that, it's been fairly barren once you have made it south of the river, the Red Run. The third day comes up, and
Panther.
You have a panther traveling with you now. And you begin to make your way up the mountain pass again. I'd like everybody to make a perception check for me.
Perception.
18.
13.
9.
4.
Nice.
Okay.
That's real good.
Okay. You continue up the mountain pass a little ways. And at this point, the terrain has gotten very... it is not a friendly passage you're taking up here. And the snow has started to fall heavier and heavier. The wind has picked up the further in elevation that you've gone up. It's easily, negative 20 right now, as the wind itself is just it's almost like it's cutting through your cold weather clothing. But you press on nonetheless. And over the roar of the wind and the snow kind of falling down, you press on. And this mountain pass, it rises oppressively now on either side as this snowfall just comes down around you, swirling in these frigid gales that chill your bones. The wind howls, and through it, you hear something else. A bestial roar. Distant, but not distant enough for comfort. You press on, trudging through the snow, eager to separate yourself from that roar. But as you round the bend, you find yourselves all suddenly face to face with a massive slab of fur and claws with burning red eyes. The Yeti's roar is loud enough to drown out the howling wind. I need everybody to roll initiative.
We found a big Yeti.
There isn't like a mine cart with a track, is it, that we can get out of here on?
There doesn't seem to be, no.
I rolled a 1.
Neat.
But you got a...
Plus 0.
Damn, not 20.
That's...
Plus 0.
Oh, no, you got a 1. Wow.
Yeah. Let me put this dice away. I don't want that one no more. I don't want to play with you no more.
That's a big boy.
This
Jesus.
Yeti looks to be much larger than the last one you fought in the caves on Kelvin's Cairn.
Panther.
I have a panther. I can go get it. But
13 HP
it's okay.
Panther.
Is it holding up a train track?
Yeah.
I shoot my hair tie at it.
I just found out about that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Shoot your hair tie.
Yeah,
at the
so when
rails.
you get to the top of it, before you start going backwards, people shoot their hair ties into this area.
What was your
24.
your initiative? 24. Nice.
Rolled a 20.
I rolled 20 as well. 22.
Okay.
Nice.
Willsey, what was your initiative?
9.
1.
Cast
Solid.
team is slow tonight.
Yeah.
It just catches you a bit off guard. Aramel, you look up and see this thing roaring at you,
Oh, shit.
almost assaulting your very ears themselves. But you're able to gain your composure pretty quickly, and you are first up. What would you like to
Cool.
do?
I'm gonna say, alright, I'm gonna click my safety. I'm gonna give it 2 shots. I'm gonna kind of run to this ridge that's right next to
Here?
yeah, kind of over there, and like steady myself against that rock wall, and then I'll fire off 2 shots in my hand, one for action, one for bonus action, and then I'll use my assassinate feature on the first. That it's
Okay.
I have advantage on attack rolls that he hasn't taken in combat yet
Okay.
on there. So
Assassinate this thing. Right in between the eyes. I did it.
21.
First one hits. You get advantage on both of them?
Sorry. Then it was the second one was a 17.
Okay. Both of them hit.
Cool. Alright, cool. So I'll use... Alright, so it's 4 of these things then. 15 piercing on the first one.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Actually, you know what? And then it's just 6 on the second one.
Okay.
And then end of turn.
Okay. You let loose 2 of your arrows from your wrist, and they both go flying into. One goes into the leg, and one goes into the arm of this giant, monstrous Yeti, and it yells out in pain and looks towards you, and then looks towards the rest of you. Sandy, you've kind of watched all this just happen, and you're able to steel yourself. It's your turn. What do you do?
Would I be able to hold my turn until he like hops down?
Sure. Until he comes in range or something.
Well, yeah, till basically because I know I can't attack him unless I throw a spear at him, but I want him to basically hop down so I can like run at him and charge him.
Okay, gotcha. That is going to bring us to the Yeti's turn then. And he is
Hey, big
going
boy.
to hop down. And he almost sort of, he jumps off of this ledge and grabs onto the rocks behind him, which kind of slows his fall, and he kind of hits the ground. And when he does, you can feel the rumble from the impact that this monster had when he landed. You can go ahead and take your turn as he kind of moves up if you want to run up towards him.
Yeah, I'm gonna run at him, and while I'm running at him,
Pretty manly.
we've defeated one of you before, and I'll do it again. And I'll go in rage, and I'll make some slashes at him. 21 and 11.
The first one hits.
All right, and then the third one will be a 27.
They both, yeah, that's it.
Okay. It's gonna be 19 plus 9, so 28 damage
Okay.
total.
Nice.
Muy bien.
You cleave into this thing twice. It blocks both of your attacks with its arm, and the second attack kind of glances off, but the first and third, they do find purchase in his arm, and you do see blood start to come out, so it definitely hurt him.
That will end my turn.
Okay, and he is going to take his turn, at which point he's going to look down at you, Sandy. After you've taken this, you see his eyes kind of slowly come into view as he lowers his arm from blocking your attacks, and they just, it's almost like they gaze into your soul itself. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Okay, this thing pierces
Oh,
through
jeez.
to your core, and you feel this burning sensation, almost burning from something just being too cold, as you take
That's a lot of dice rolls.
Oh shit.
That's a lot of dice
Mind
rolls.
damage.
23 cold damage, which you get to half as a Goliath. But you are also paralyzed at the moment, as this thing has just completely stricken you with some kind of mixture of fear and just pure power of this creature looking down at you. As paralyzed, you are literally kind of frozen in place. You can make a saving throw at the end of each of your turns, though.
Okay.
Until you break free. Otherwise, it lasts for a minute. So, 10 rounds.
Oof. Okay.
At that point, it looks up to the rest of you and moves past him. And he looks, and first his eyes kind of catch your panther. to the left, just as another beast, and he attempts to claw down at it.
Team Panther, no!
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
He's 12 is AC.
Okay. He's going to take... 16 slashing damage and 8 cold damage on top of that from this Yeti swinging down directly at it.
Can I throw in some flavor for this?
Absolutely.
So those claws barely did. I like it. It's like an after effect of wind past me, as he slaps my panther into a wall and it just shatters. just literally shatters.
And you see it shatter into a million tiny little, almost like little glittery magical pieces that evaporate in the air. And he looks down at you for a second and swings over past you toward Sucinda.
Being short is paying off slightly right now.
That is going to be a 19 to hit, which I assume does.
You got me.
Dude, this Yeti thick looking at it.
Main Yeti. This is like a demonic King Yeti.
It's going to be 11 slashing damage and 7 cold damage as you feel this creature just shred through your armor. And that's going to end its turn. Wilzu, this thing has just annihilated your panther and swung right over you.
We're immediately bonus actioning our asses out. As I cast Misty Step,
See ya.
I'm gonna appear like right here while running over to these rocks, ducking in them, reaching in my fuzzy pouch again, and just praying for an elk. Use my action to throw out another ball.
Okay.
Oh, fuck me.
Bad badger.
A badger comes out. Small badger, regular little badger.
It looks back up to you expectantly.
Here, he gets a D6 dice. He appears right here.
I'm gonna just give you some miniatures that are all of these creatures that you could possibly get.
I don't know how much health he has, but I know it's ass. So when he appears, I look at him with a sense of panic and hide between these rocks.
Okay,
that'll be
you
my
press
turn.
yourself up against the rocks as best as you can. Sucinda.
I've just been clearly assaulted.
Not cool, bro.
So, since his circle thing is really big, if I run around him, I can do that without an attack of opportunity.
As long as you don't move at least a space away from him. Like, if you go out of his range, he will get a swing at you.
Even
Question.
though it's a bumper space here?
Does he have reach? Because of his size, if he takes up a 3x3 section, does that mean he could swing out technically 3 squares?
No.
Okay.
It's his reach is 5 feet.
Okay, so
There's nothing in here about extra reach.
as long as you're circling him, you're fine.
Yeah. As long as you stay within his little circle there, yeah.
I don't know what I technically have to do this, but do I have to cast a spell or does it just happen? Let me see.
What are you trying to do?
Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you trying to
Touch.
Oh, Badger's health is actually 3.
Nailed it.
I make a circle. 5. While I'm here at 10, I slap Sandy. I'm like, Sandy, what the fuck are you doing? Quit being frozen! And I cast Lesser Restoration on him so he's no longer paralyzed.
Okay.
Sweet.
15, 20, 25. I'm gonna be like right behind him. Hopefully he doesn't realize I'm there.
You trying to clap them cheeks?
Smack that ass.
And he's no longer paralyzed.
You're paralyzed.
you.
Looking
Wake
at
up!
him.
Why aren't you helping me? Did you just see that? He just hit me!
Kind of come to.
Oh. Ah!
Alrighty. End of turn, ma'am.
Yes.
Caramel.
I'm gonna fire off my third shot. And then I'll put its safety on as my bonus action, and then I'll fire an arrow as my
Okay.
action. So that'll be a 16 on the hand bow.
So it's going to be with disadvantage since you're in point blank range.
Sure. It'll be 16 for
That one hits.
for that one.
Yeah, so you managed to throw your arm up and
Cool. And then I don't think we're in melee.
yeah, you're in melee.
So I think I'm where we're at. And then I'll shoot with my arrow. No, it'll be an 11 for the bow.
That one just kind of goes wild as this thing is sort of thrashing around.
Is it engaged right now? With somebody else? Kind of.
It's engaged with all y'all.
Yeah, it's kind of engaged with everybody.
I gotcha. That was just for sneak attack.
Does it get a plus for me and Sin being right next to him too?
It'd be a plus, an additional plus to hit, but the other one wouldn't be enough to hit.
If I get sneak attack, it's some more, but it's just a 5 if it's not.
Yeah, you get sneak attack.
All right. 19 piercing. On that.
Okay, you seem to have found a weak spot, kind of in his ribs. And as soon as this arrow sinks in, you hear it just just let out a really loud yell, roar,
End of turn.
and continue to just violently look around. Sandy.
So what's the plus? Is it just +1 or +1 for each of them?
You get a +2. Yeah, it's +1 for each of them.
Okay. 15 for the first attack.
Okay.
23 for the second.
Nice.
23 for the third.
All 3 hit.
Damn.
I want to try to chop this thing down. It's going to be a 14 plus a 13. Plus a 15.
Okay. You swing into this thing's
42?
back
Wow.
3 times, and all 3 times you just find a really, really solid hit.
Damn.
This thing roars out in pain, and you see blood just running down its back.
Paralyze me? I'll end you. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. It's going to turn back toward you, and you see it sort of stand up on its hind legs, take a deep breath in, and then lunge forward and exhale just this ridiculously cold air, and then you feel it just start to burn. Aramel,
Oh boy.
Sandy, and Wilzu. I need all 3 of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I have any
You're
extra
all
cover
about-
for where I'm at?
From where he's at, no, he's kind of directly in line of sight of you.
Okay.
It's not a charm.
Your badger needs to make one too.
Would my cold resistance help me in any way?
It will help you with the damage, but not with the saving.
Okay.
21.
What is this?
8.
Constitution saving throw.
Nah, 9. And the badger.
A lot of dice.
Oh, the badger is
The
dead.
badger's super
Badger's gone.
As this Yeti exhales, he deals 38 cold damage out to all 3 of you. Half if you rolled higher than an 18.
Oof.
What
half
would
of
the
38.
What would the cold
6.
resistance give me? Half.
Half.
Okay. 38. So
Be 19.
Yeah, 19.
You see your badger just get completely encased in ice.
Oh.
And after a few moments, you see it also just sort of dissipate into magic particles.
That's 2.
That is the end of its turn. Wilzu, you are up.
Is this all difficult terrain still?
Yes.
Okay, give me just a second.
You're having to kind of trudge through this deep snow, and it's rocky and uneven.
Shit. Okay. Breaths. I'm feeling pretty hurt. I will Misty Step again, except this time I'm gonna appear like in this crevasse across the way.
New crevasse.
New crevasse. And as I reach into my bag, I'll take another fuzzy ball.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it like over in this area.
Okay.
Got
Flick
it.
it out there.
Let's go.
Elkington, Sir Elkington.
Dire wolf.
Yeah.
A giant elk.
Yes!
Yes.
Forms up. It's about the same size as this Yeti, just about.
Spear him.
When would he get to act? It says he acts on my turn. Would that be now or next time?
Since you used your action to throw it, I'll say on the next turn.
Okay, it's a bonus action to command it, but I got you.
Okay, if it's a bonus action to command it, then yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I will gladly do that. As this elk comes out, I want it coming out running with them horns and antlers down.
Yep.
As it's gonna charge at this guy. I don't think it's 20 feet, so it's not far enough to do anything extra. But it is going to ram it.
Okay.
Wow. Ram speed. Dodge ram speed.
I don't think that'll hit it though. Does an 11 hit?
It does not. As it charges forward and tries to slam into the side of this Yeti, you see this monstrous Yeti reach over and grab its horns, and it kind of pushes the Yeti back. You see the tracks in the snow as it pushes it back, but it stops it. There's a fucking kaiju battle happening in front of me right now.
Someone in chat said the sound sounds funny.
Sounds
echoey.
echoey. Notice me, senpai. I don't know what would make it cause it to be echoey. Like seems no boom. I can check on it in a minute. Okay, we'll continue for now.
This is one guy. It's just his two big balls.
Okay. End of turn? Sucinda.
I look around at my crew. Do they seem okay that I can try and kill this thing, or are they like dying?
I mean, we're dying every minute.
Do you guys look like you're dying? Are you fine?
I'm hurt, but nothing
can-
I can't handle.
I try my best. I reach out. I grab this thing's like their bottom of their ankle because I'm small and they're large. And I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna cast a level 3.
Shit.
Inflict wounds. And hope and pray that I hit it by a miracle. I've rolled less than a 10 all night, so
You
there's
got
that.
this.
Is this a melee spell attack?
It's
It is.
yeah.
Does she get the surrounded stuff?
Yep. So you get a plus. You get a +3 to whatever you roll.
Okay.
You got this.
I got a 22.
It's a bad touch.
27.
Nice.
27
That's
to
gonna hit.
Fuck ton of
Whoa.
dice.
Roll
What are
damage.
D10s?
D10s are the
This one.
These weird.
I need that one. I need that one.
It's like 6.
I need that one. I need that one. And I need one more.
Wow.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? That one.
D10s.
It's 10, 18, 25, 30? 30
Nice.
necrotic damage?
Okay, so uttering these words of cruel power, you rake your hand through the air before this Yeti. Magic follows in your hand's wake, forming this giant claw that glimmers in the air for just a blink of an eye. This necromancy seeks to rend armor, unstitch flesh, crush bone, to do whatever it must to destroy this Yeti.
Yes.
And it will take, you said 30?
Yes.
And this thing is extremely bloodied right now. Aramil.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
I will do something unusual to my character, and I'm gonna pull out my longbow and shoot an arrow in it.
Okay.
I think it's with
It would be with
disadvantage.
disadvantage, but you have a +3 to your.
It's not bad. 16.
That barely hits, yes.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's get some damage popping. So it's gonna be that. 3 of these. 14 piercing.
Okay. This thing finds itself lodged into the side of this Yeti's neck. He is hurt, but still standing. A little uneasy on his feet.
I would like to use my bonus action and disengage and step back. 10 feet. End of turn.
Sandy.
While Sin and Airmel are taking their own shots, I'm going to try to get in on it as well and try to slash him up 3 times.
Yeah.
So with him stepping away, it's just 2 again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like this is the Rick and Morty scene where it's like, pew.
21 for the first,
That hits.
non-nat 20 for the second,
Nice.
and 21 for the third.
Oof. Jeez.
Okay.
Hot.
I'm just going to ask you, how do you want to do this?
I'm assuming when Sin and Aramel are hitting this Yeti, he's kind of cowering down a little bit. When he cowers down, I want to take 2 shots and try to dislocate his arm. And with the third one, I want to kind of do this 360 spin and try to chop off his head.
Okay, you come around with this third swing, axe just gleaming, catches just the last bit of Aurora's light as it kind of goes behind the mountain there. Comes through. Perfect cut across the neck. Head doesn't quite come all the way off, but splits enough to kind of fall back. The Yeti stops moving, goes limp, and tumbles down the side of the mountain, and you see it just, its body just rolling down and rolling down, until you can't see it anymore.
Give your
Stimpaks, get your Stimpaks.
Give your balls a tug.
We're out of combat.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh, it fell down the cliff?
Yeah.
where's the head at?
It's still attached to it.
Oh, just kind of.
Yeah, it's just like,
Jesus.
he was like nearly decapitated.
Oh,
There you go.
He had a real thick neck.
You got a thick neck.
well, the locals here are something else, huh? I'll start rubbing my body just all over. Still got frost and tidbits all from his
Already
breath
low.
thing all over on me.
Yeah, you're all just kind of covered in a thin layer of frost.
Well, that was great.
I have a free heal for each of you if you need it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would need it.
All right, we'll do first. Do you want to roll the d6 or do you want me to?
You got it. I trust you.
That's probably going to be a 1.
Nah.
That's a 5. Wow. 5 plus 4 is 9. Plus 5 is 14. You get 14 free heals.
Good enough.
Sandy, you want me to roll or you?
You got it.
Okay. Hopefully it's not the 1 again. That's a 2. You get 10.
Thank you.
Right, 4 and... Oh no, just kidding. You get 11.
Oh, yeah, that
That
way
extra
better.
1.
way better.
Goes to 11.
It got worse. Aramel, you want me to roll?
Sure, go for it.
And you only got 1. You get 10.
I will roll for it. Oh, I got 10. Okay, well, that's great.
You all kind of find yourself just standing around this blood-soaked snow. The snow very obviously disturbed all around here, not like the smooth surface that you've followed all the way up here so far. The little bit of dim light that you had from the daytime has passed about an hour ago. So you know it's still in the afternoon, but it is dark out now at this point.
Can I use a healer's kit on myself?
Should we trek up a little bit more, see if we see anything, and rest before we actually start this fortress?
Like a short rest?
No, like sleep.
But it's... I know it looks dark, but it's... I think it's only like 1 p.m.
Well, what I was saying, we could move up a little farther. Obviously, we don't want to go straight into a fortress late at night and be exhausted through the whole thing.
This is accurate. We press on until we see something, I suppose, or it gets later.
Yeah.
And then we stop. Maybe even for a short or a long rest. One or the other.
Yes.
Alright. Well, in that case, you can ride Sir Elkington again if you want. He's pristine, unhurt.
I do in fact ride. So
Okay. He kneels down. You hop on. You hopping on too?
I'll walk this time.
All right. You basically come to this thing's like first knuckle, pretty much. And you all continue your way up the mountain. How long are we wanting to march before we stop?
Either probably till late evening.
Till dark or until if we see something.
Okay. So about 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. rather. You continue up away. A couple hours later, you come across. Actually, I'll tell you. You see something in the distance. If y'all would make a perception check for me.
Inspiration.
I saw both of those.
21.
Was that a 2 and a 1?
9. There's a 4 and a 1.
Solid.
Rolled the same thing as I did last time. A 4.
11.
21.
So
Thank goodness.
all three of you are just struggling with the snow, and wind just beating you and beating you. Sandy, being a little more used to it, you're able to make out just barely in the distance. It looks like a cart or something. You see just the outline of it around it's like a ridge comes around, so you can just see the silhouette of it with the night sky in the background.
There's looks like to be a cart up ahead.
A cart out here.
Yeah. I don't.
I wonder if that's that little lady who had the cold-hearted killer with her.
Oh
Out
yes, I'm
here?
sure there's great customers
I don't know,
here.
maybe.
No, I was thinking more of like, does this thing look tall? Is it just like a normal cart?
Like a normal cart.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe just a stolen supply cart,
Likely
abandoned.
Perhaps a Duergar cart of some sort. Out here, I would expect that. If they supposedly have a base around here, they can't carry everything, so...
Do I see any movement, or can I?
Not that you can tell from where you're at. It doesn't seem like the sled's moving.
You guys want to go check it out?
We should maybe rest for about an hour beforehand, but... Oh, if someone's in trouble, we have an obligation!
I can't really 100% sure, but I can't tell if anyone's there, but I don't see much movement.
We should check it out! And I'll just take a few more steps forward.
Hold on one second.
Okay, yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Sen, do you have a white cloak in your disguise area?
Sure, why not?
Well, it just so happens that I do. We'll mention that.
All right, cool. Thanks. Can I have it real quick?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. I become the snow, and I put on a white cloak over
Okay.
myself, and I like hunch down to like turtle cloak.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me. With advantage. Why not?
Cool. All right. 25.
Okay.
Sneaky.
You are the snow.
snow.
Yeah.
Where did Arno go? He asked for my cloak, and
You're
I
just
gave it, and no
creeping
sooner
on
he's
over.
gone.
Perfect, he's
shoot
doing
him.
something.
I'll shoot a message to Wellesley. It's like, I'll let you know. I'll like scoot on
Oh, thank God.
You make your
You
way
mean thank
up to
Lathander?
this
Whoever.
cart.
Think something.
Or
You
Loki.
see that
Loki's
this snow
technically my
is
god, but Lathander
heavily
gives me
disturbed as well.
temptation. I
And
don't
once
know
you
each
get
day.
close enough, looking through the dark, you see the snow is stained. Looks like with blood. And then you see the first body. A short little body. Probably about 4 feet tall, max.
Told It's my girl. She dead.
And as you keep going, you see that this first body is missing its head. You come up across a second, a third, a fourth body, all of them completely mauled to shreds. You see bite marks, claw marks, and about half of them have been completely decapitated.
Could I deduce anything?
Make
Or
a
reset
history check.
18.
So you remember when you were climbing Kelvin's cairn, when you ran into the Yetis there, that they had a collection of heads in their cave. And the savagery of this scene is... It doesn't look like there was a skirmish.
I'll do like a quick, like just 360 around me. Like I don't see anything.
Don't see anything moving around, no.
I'll like just put it away and stand up and kind of like, even if he can see me, then I'll think for a second.
You can barely see kind of the outline again, his silhouette against the sky.
I think for a second. I'm like, you know what? To Wilzu, it's okay. Come on, it's not pretty, but come on.
I guess no saving today. Ermel says let's go. But he didn't sound urgent. I'll start heading down.
While they're coming, I'll start like patting bodies, see if I can find something to identify them.
Okay. The few that you're able to make out, like what it is, they are very pale or very dark-skinned dwarves. And looking around, you can see just ever so slightly the trail marks that the sled is made up to the point where it is now. It looks like it's easily been here for a few hours, with snow sort of filling the footprints and the sled markings in the snow. Looking in the sled is a collection of crudely crafted... it looks like they'd maybe attempted to make weapons or something like that, but out of this just pitch black obsidian rock. And looking in there, it looks to be Chardolin.
Before they come up here, I'll say, Wilzu, it's a jackpot.
A jackpot? Are we up there now?
I'd say, yeah, by this time you made it up.
Just like this to the thing, to the weapons.
No, a sled full of weapons and a bunch of dwarf corpses.
And Chardolin.
And, more Chardolin. What do you know?
Although the weapons are, it looks like they're crudely made out of Chardolin.
Oh. What type of weapons are in there?
It looks like a couple, it's not a whole lot, but you see what looks to be a few swords, varying in length. Again, they're not very finely made. Looks like they were just kind of almost chiseled into the forms that they are now, with no real thought or caution behind it. You see one that's shaped almost kind of like it was going to be the shape of a bow, but it's snapped, so it's in two pieces. And you see one of the or a weapon similar to the flails that those berserkers were using, but again, it's kind of in poor shape as well. Just looks like a more or less kind of a like if Chardolin could have kind of a scrap pile, it almost looks like that. But it does appear to be all made out of Chardolin purely.
What the hell do you think happened here?
Well, I think the friend who we just destroyed got them.
Oh!
Their heads are missing, remember?
And are these actually Duergar just kneeling down looking at them? Huh.
Well,
Thank you to our Yeti friend. Thank
a
you
few
for doing
less we gotta
business with
kill,
you.
right?
I suppose so. Also, I guess a little science wouldn't hurt now too, right?
Sure.
You mean with the weapons?
Indeed I do. And I'll just grab one of the crudely crafted swords. Like,
yeah.
I'll take my glove off and grab it.
Should we stand
Yeah,
back?
you pick it up. It's fairly... it's probably about the... Considering it's like a rock, more or less, it's probably about the same weight as a regular sword would be. So it's a little heavy in your hands, but you're able to pick it up.
If I put it on something and pulled back, would it, like, cut a bit? Even, like, jagged cut?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. I'll say, I'll kind of flip it over where the blade's pointed up, and I'll say, well, I guess it's my turn this time, huh? To the brave! And I'll just put my arm on it and go,
Sure. And when you when you pick up that sword and you're sort of inspecting it, you almost kind of get a headache a little bit. But you're not sure if it's the cold or the fact that a Yeti just encased you in ice just about, or what it is, but you just you don't feel great. But nonetheless, you run the blade across your arm, and you do manage to cut open your arm there. It deals 4 slashing damage as it slides across your arm.
Anything else happen from that one?
It doesn't seem to have any additional effect, but even just holding this thing, you just feel uneasy with a headache.
No additional effects again. Oh, God.
But you feel really mad that you tried to cut yourself.
What would I do? Really? Why is this even worth it? This is garbage. All of it. And I'll just kind of shove the bag a bit.
Yeah. Sort of moves off to the side.
Fuzu, why are you yelling?
Because it's a waste of
Fuzu,
damn
drop
time
it.
again.
Drop the weapon.
No, I'm not holding it.
Oh.
It's not my hands. So just lay it down. I had it laid down like this, and I just went. Like ran it across.
You're acting very uncharacteristic. Normally you no shouty and yelling and
Whatever. I'll kind of wipe
somebody has an attitude
the blood.
today. I understand.
I'll wipe the blood on my coat a bit.
Okay.
No more Chardolin weapons for you.
After a minute or so, you start to feel better. Not as agitated.
I was hoping something different would happen this time. I don't even know what to do with this.
Nothing, because it makes you sassy. We don't need them. Yes, sassafras.
I was just experimenting.
Right. I mean, it's
No, you got. Why is this happening?
They're not finely crafted weapons either. It looks like obsidian.
Should we pack it up and take it?
You should ask Sandy that question.
Sandy?
Again, I don't know.
He's the one who would bag it up and carry it.
Actually, is a sled intact?
Actually.
Yeah.
It's one of the braces that was holding one of the sled feet on has been kind of broken and shifted off.
So it's not like a flat, or like a sled
No,
intact.
it's on kind of like rails.
We could carry it on the disc.
Can I try and mend it back together?
It looks a little too big. The damage looks a little too big to be mended.
Feels like such a waste to leave it behind, right?
Are we just gonna carry it through? Resupply the
What
people
would you
we're
want
about
to
kill?
do with this?
Actually, we are. Yeah, with where we're going, they probably have a lot more, don't they?
Yeah, and I don't think this cart's gonna really go anywhere.
No. No, not at all. Plus, what do we gain from this?
Is there a way to just destroy the Chardolin? Like,
Garn
can we just,
is
like...
Well, of course. I'll cast Firebolt on any of the weapons in the bag.
Yeah.
Just Firebolt.
The heat hits these pieces of Chardolin, and they kind of go flying off in different directions from the impact. Doesn't look like any of it broke or melted or anything like that. They just kind of went flying off, and then there's a kind of a burned out crater in the bottom of the sled now from your
That's
firebolt.
perfect. Good job.
I raise my nose at it and just say, "It's nature's bounty now." We press on, and I'll start moving forward again.
Don't forget about Sir Elkington.
No. Susannah's on him. She's got it.
You hop back up
Precisely.
on Sir Elkington.
Yes.
And you all continue up the mountain for another couple of hours until you find what looks like to be if there was a place to stop, it's as good as any.
You guys, if there was ever a place to stop, this is as good as any.
Fascinating word choice.
Thank you.
You could use one of your bubbles. Probably make it white, help it blend in a little bit.
I guess here's better than anywhere, huh?
It's going to be a white hut summer.
Sure. I'll start focusing for the next 10 minutes.
Get them white claws out.
Okay, 10 minutes goes by very slowly as this wind is just starting to pick up the further up this mountain you go. But you manage to complete your casting of your hut. And everybody kind of piling into it.
Yeah.
What about Sir Elkington? How long is he going to be here?
Well, he'll be here till dawn. So if we wake up super late and want to keep going, he'll still be here. In fact, he could probably fit in here. I know he's huge, but this place could fit about, I want to say 12 people.
Oh,
So he takes up maybe 4, and there's like 4 of us, 4.5, I guess.
He's
Or
more
4,
than
if I'm the short.
4. He's huge.
Well,
He is huge.
if I took 3 more of you, put you side by side, and stacked 2 of you on each other, would that not be about
How
him?
big is this dome?
It's not super huge, if you want to look it up, but this. So a huge creature is, if we were to put it on the
will
grid,
not
it's
fit.
15 by 15.
you can make him patrol.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just have him, Sir Ockington! Sir... No, because we're trying to stay hidden, right?
But a giant elk.
I mean, this giant elk is.
I don't know what you guys think about giant elks, but they're not common. They're kind of a sign of,
You're arguing
insane shit happening.
You're arguing against yourself.
Just make him disappear then.
I'm not gonna make it disappear. You know how rare it is to summon this one?
You got a rare Pokemon today, dude.
Do you want it to patrol? Do you want it to go hide in the bushes?
I just want to lay down outside. Maybe they'll mistake it for a regular deer.
I think that's worse than not patrolling.
Probably not close to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe near a tree. So I'll get to go hang out near a tree.
Okay. It doesn't see a tree, so it just kind of looks around for a minute, and then it finds a rock that's just kind of shaped like a tree trunk a little bit, and it just walks over to it and just stands next to it for a moment, looks over towards your shelter, and then just sits down.
Perfect. It improvises. It adapts and overcomes.
It is very smart.
Speaking of which, if we're going to be settling here for a while, does anyone have 24 gold I could borrow?
It's a very specific amount. Do you plan to barter out here?
24 gold, what do you need that for?
Magic.
What will the
Jack
24
Sandy's well off.
gold do?
What?
How will you use 24 gold for magic?
Well, I would channel it into the ether and use it as energy to fuel my spells.
I've seen you do that before. Don't you need a
Wait
paper
a
and
minute.
pen?
I have those. Can I get the gold or not, Aramil? You don't have to give it.
I'll put up 8 if the others put up 8.
I'll give you 8.
It's 16.
Sounds
Aramil?
like it's a great deal. Great 8. Get it, Wilson?
Perfect.
8 gold is gone, just
8.
like that.
Alright, let's see you turn this gold into something.
I will when we all wake up.
That doesn't make any sense.
Trust me.
I only need to sleep 4 hours, so what am I going to do? Stare at you for the next 4 hours while your magic happens?
I mean, if you want to.
No.
You could go out with Sir Elkington.
Maybe
No,
I
I'm not
was
leaving the hut.
planning
If I leave
to.
the hut, it goes away. I have to stay.
He won't listen to me.
Okay. So you all finish your arguments and eventually fall asleep. 8 hours pass. Successfully complete another long rest. So you've healed a full. You get your spell slots back. And you wake up. It's still dark outside.
We don't get our 10, do we? Or no?
Yes, right?
Yes. After a long
we go.
rest, yeah.
You said 8 hours pass? Mm-hmm. Okay, my hut would go away.
Yeah, right at the 8 hours. That's kind of what wakes everybody up. Is this instant rush of cold as soon as the hut disappears.
Yes.
Maybe we should start sleeping inside of the hut, but then also inside of the tent.
Or Wilzu could wake us up a little earlier and give us a heads up.
That would be on me, because I've been here 4 hours reading. Maybe we should get Garn to see if he can make a mechanical clock device. Portable. That also works on cellular.
Are we continuing on?
We are. We are gonna. Yeah, you guys ready? Time to go again.
Yeah.
pull out some crackers real quick.
Yeah.
But yes.
Rations? Everybody eating a ration?
Yeah,
Okay,
I take one of
can I-
Sandy's.
Everybody go to Sandy for your rations. Go to the commissary.
Pass them out.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Okay.
Please, I'm hungry.
You all eat your rations and you continue up the mountain. The air getting thinner and thinner and thinner as you inevitably make your way higher and higher up this mountain trail. 4 hours go by. Still very dark outside. But beyond the snowy foothills in front of you, low-lying clouds obscure the icy peaks of these gargantuan mountains that form the spine of the world. Eventually, you get above the clouds, and you behold a sheer mountain wall rising more than 100 feet before you. Carved high on the walls are rows of arrow slits with lights burning behind them and clanking sounds issuing from them. A narrow staircase hewn from the rock leads up along one side of the wall.
This is a fucking disaster. How the hell are we supposed to get into this place? Do you think there are guards standing there waiting?
Yes.
Just from above. Once. Last day of them being alive. Blah blah blah. It is a fucking disaster. They all died.
That's not very. Not.
That's not the
20
confidence of a
arrows apiece.
champion.
Looks like there's some ramps or stairs we could climb on the left. We could just go on up.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, they'll just, yeah. Come
Come
right in. Come right in.
Nice.
They're Jehovah Witnesses coming to sell us the
No,
Bible.
they'll shoot us even further out.
Live and let's die. What's up? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody.
I mean, what else do we do? We could try to sneak up there, but what's the visibility in the? Is it snowing and hard right now and whatnot?
It's coming down pretty good, yeah.
Can you cast your stealth magic stuff, Sin?
Yeah, I guess.
That's a good idea.
That does, I mean, not to trouble you.
I say nothing.
Would it
I could do it.
Yes, no?
I said I could do it.
Okay.
We'll take the ramp with your sneaky stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see what I need to do. Ay, ay, ay.
I don't know.
tired.
Use this white cloak again. In the snow.
Your goal has turned into also more sneakiness, if absolutely necessary.
Oh, it's necessary.
Though I can only work on one person.
I cast.
Well, I could at least get closer and see what's going on. Yes.
The cold's really getting to Sucinda.
I'm very tired. I have to be up for work in less than 7 hours.
So it's a plus 10 to stealth.
Plus 10 to stealth.
Alright,
We're sneaking.
I'll throw the white cloak on real quick and go see if I can get closer.
Yeah, so you make your way up.
Wait,
the-
hold on, Emma. Wait.
Yes.
Don't we have to be near her for that to stay effective?
I don't know.
Don't think so. A veil
I'm
of
not
shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including myself. So you guys were within 30 feet of me when I cast it, right? If
But
I'm reading it that way.
it radiates from you.
Oh, you guys have to be within 30 feet of me. The gods spoke down.
Well, yes. Well, you just come with me and we'll be quiet and we'll see what we're up against.
Okay.
I will guide you on.
Be
Just
sure
you
to
two-
put
you
on
two have 'em?
my little my climber's thing with my little pigeon.
I think we all should all go if we're doing the pass without trace. Right?
All right, yes.
Agreed.
Let's do it.
May as well.
I'm still wearing my cloak.
Okay. Everybody make a stealth check for me.
I put
So
all
it's
my
plus
dice away. I'm
10.
tired.
You can use one of his.
I need to go to bed. Yo tengo sueño.
22.
Do I
13.
get
Oh,
advantage
plus
again with the
stealth?
white cloak or no?
13.
Snow cloak. All right. I appreciate that. Oh, I rolled the same thing twice. All right. I rolled terrible. I got a 35.
Okay, so you all feel pretty confident, all going together, just in this almost reverse V formation up, and you find yourself at the foot of this massive staircase that zigzags halfway up this structure. And you don't see anybody looking at you, and there's nobody stationed on the stairs. It's completely empty. But about halfway up, from high above you, comes a loud grinding noise as large sheets of ice break off of the fortress and tumble down the mountainside, crashing into the snow below.
Of course it does.
Suddenly, great doors, previously hidden under the snow, stand open more than 300 feet above you. From the very top, you hear and a low grumble, which turns into a bit of a growl. And from between these doors steps out a huge dragon, forged out of dark black rock and ice. Its eyes glow bright golden light as it lets out a thunderous roar that shakes the mountainside. It surveys the area, and you see it push itself out of these doors, extending its wings, flying and propelling itself into the air. It circles the area you're in now, and then glides away from the fortress, and then turns and heads north. And after a few moments, it disappears from view.
Was that a Chardolin dragon?
I whisper, "Send, thank you for the stuff."
That was a.
We are clearly not ready for this fucking shit.
We're not turning
Well,
back
hey, it's not
now.
here. It's not here anymore. We don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, the commander just left. It's
Yeah,
prime
but the
time.
towns have to deal with it.
It's prime
Prime raid time.
It's prime time.
But that was not a no. Did it? I saw it well enough to tell that looked like it was made out of rocks.
Yes.
The dark rocks, the same color rocks as like Chardolin.
Yeah.
That was a Chardolin dragon. That was a dragon made of rocks. That was a Chardolin dragon.
Well, thankfully we didn't see us.
No one told me you could make
snow.
goddamn dragons out of this stuff.
Yeah, but how much was that? A shit ton.
I have new questions for this material. We need to look. We
can
can't
go
stop and
follow
talk.
the dragon if
No,
you
no.
want
We
to
need to
ask
keep
it.
going up. We need stop it. Talking here is dumb. We need to keep going up.
Do you want to go on the gates?
The way up. They're way up. They're the way up there.
There's
Yeah,
still
they're way up there.
at least like 10 or 12 flights of stairs to go
Can't
up.
you fly?
Shit, I should have learned that instead.
Oh, well, sorry.
50 more gold, yes, maybe. Let's go. We gotta climb.
What happened to my 24 gold from the other day?
We'll probably get to that soon.
Is this some scheme? Am I gonna get...
I'm climbing.
Okay, you see Wilzu just hurry up the stairs. What are the rest of the three of you doing?
I'm climbing. I go.
Is this my seed
Stairs.
money?
Okay. You continue to climb up the stairs. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
A Chardolin
Jeez.
dragon. So if you collect enough Pokemans, you can make one giant one.
Yeah.
That's just
You just mash them all together. Dan.
mash all them rocks together, and
Wow.
I need to understand. I need to understand how this stuff works. I've tried so hard.
I have a feeling if we weren't stealthed, we'd have been next.
This is quite possible.
Instead of the town where it's going to.
Not our problem right now.
Actually, yeah,
true.
it's flying north. One of them towns is gone. We're losing the 10 towns. Not our fault, but we're.
Maybe it'll go to Shaven.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be East Haven.
Did you say Shaven? South Haven?
Shaven. Shaven.
I hope it goes to East Haven, so then when we rebuild, it can be called South Haven.
No, it'll be called W.A.S.S Haven.
I hope it doesn't kill anyone, but it's gonna kill a lot.
Or the town that owes us the money for the cauldron.
Is
that the same place?
We don't owe. No.
Maybe. If it flew directly north from where we are, that would be like Bryn Shander's fucked. It's gone.
No, we
Bryn
like
Shander's
Bryn
gone.
Shander. We don't want it to go there.
We heard rumors of a dragon before. Does this match those rumors at all? I thought we heard something about a massive white dragon, but
it doesn't look anything like the dragon that was described to you.
okay.
Avarachus.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill a dragon. Maybe not right now, but we're gonna kill a dragon. We're gonna kill whoever's home though.
You're gonna go knock on the door?
Housekeeping.
All right. Well, that's like I said. I know you guys live and let's die. You guys just rated us. We appreciate that. We do this every Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. and then we have our Descent into Avernus campaign, which we play on Mondays from 8 to 11. This is kind of our early night, so we really appreciate you guys joining us. I see Sir Krabby Chap. Thank you for the follow. Live and Let's Die, thank you for the raid. If you guys enjoy this, consider giving us a follow. You'll get the notification when we go live next time. Outside of that, anything you guys have?
Are we playing next Thursday?
So you're going to be gone. I think we should be good to play next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should be back next Thursday. After that, I think we may be off a week, though. So that being said, thank you all for joining us. If you joined us late and you want to see kind of what happened, this will be up on our YouTube page on Sundays. So outside of that, thank you all so much. Have a great night, and we will see you next time.
Bye y'all.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.